What's good, y'all? It's your boy Sean P, the Bluff guy. Ay! Oh man, and we are back with another reaction stream. It feels like it's been a minute since I've done a reaction stream. Like we did one on Saturday, but that was more of a that was kind of like a collab type thing, right? But just like the normal, the normal reaction streams we usually have, right? Where that's pretty much the point of the stream, right? But yeah, anyway, we are reacting to a video from YouTube content creator Captain Goldenboy. And he's done a collaboration with Evil, one of our resident YouTubers that come on the stream sometime and, show some love. So shout out to Evil, shout out to Captain Goldenboy. Supposedly they have solved what Blackbeard's plan, right? His ultimate plan that we all kind of assume Blackbeard pretty much have, right? So the title of this video is Blackbeard's Goals Solved, reacting to Captain Goldenboy featuring Evil. But before I get into this, hey y'all, make sure y'all hit that like button. It definitely helps the stream, helps the channel. Subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that bell for notifications. Also, sorry y'all, I'm getting a little ahead of myself. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. And if you're looking for a One Piece community to be a part of, we have the One Piece Facebook group and the One Piece Discord. Everything is down in the description box below, as well as the link of the video we will be watching. Also, and if you want to send me videos, hey, y'all send me some videos. The best place to send them is Discord. So y'all want to send me some videos to react to, definitely hit me up on the Discord, right? So let me check out this chat. Let me see what you guys are saying in the chat. We got Angel's Room in the building. Shout out to Angel's Room. He said, "Yo, what's good, Angel's Room?" Sorry, Angel's Room. Need a little water, you know what I'm saying? What's good, Angel's Room, though, man? Welcome back. Welcome back. It's always good to have you in the chat. And then we got Battlefield Army for the win. That's what it look like the name is. Shout out to Battlefield Army for the win, and welcome to the stream. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the channel, right? Welcome to the channel. He said, "What's up? What's up with you, man? Hey, glad to have you here, man. Welcome. Definitely welcome. Y'all show some love to Battlefield." Angel's Room said Blackbeard is going to break the fourth wall. I'm joking, but who knows? Could be possible. Hey, it could be possible. We don't know, man. Like that'd be so. Like his goal is to kill Oda or something, right? Like that's this ultimate goal, is to take over the world, not just the One Piece world, right? Hey, we don't know, but we about to find out from Captain Goldenboy and Angel's Room. Now, I'm not going to talk too much about it because I want to because it's kind of a lengthy video, right? It's a discussion video, so it's a little lengthy, so I don't want to talk about it too much. But yeah, so let's get into it. And make sure y'all go to the video and give Captain Goldenboy a like, show him some love. But let's get into it.
Calculated. He has a grand plan, but what's he going after? What was his past? Every move that Blackbeard makes is calculated. He has a grand plan, but what's he going after? What was his past? What does the future have in store for Marshall D. Teach? Stay tuned as Evil and I crack the code to Blackbeard.
Hey, y'all let me know in the chat. Like, let me know what do y'all think Blackbeard's plan is, right? Like, what is this major plan y'all think Blackbeard is going, has going? Y'all could be as descriptive, or y'all could just say what the end goal is, right? But if you want bonus points, if you tell me what you think, like how he's going about it, right? Bonus points for that. But let's continue.
333 spells out evil.
Hey, nigga, better turn me.
333 spells out evil.
Let me
teach.
rewind a little bit.
Stay tuned as Evil and I crack the code to Blackbeard. 333 spells out evil.
I don't know. That was weird.
Turn me. Nigga, better turn me. Nigga, better turn me.
Hey all, Goldenboy here. I'm excited to be doing a collab with my friend Evil. His channel's a tad bit bigger as he's currently pushing 13,000 subs. So let's
Hey, shout out to Evil and them 13,000 subs. Keep it going, man. Keep it going. Keep it moving, Evil, man. Shout out to Evil, bro. I gotta do like a collab stream with him. Like I want to have him on, you know, get his thoughts and stuff one day. So yeah. But yeah, let's continue.
Let's help him grow. I want to see this man go full-time on YouTube because he puts in work like nobody else. Also, Evil fans, don't be shy to sub to me as well. 13K sounds nice to me. We're both into Cypher Pulse, so if you like Eddie's content, chances are you'll like mine too.
Yeah, I'm definitely subscribed to both of them though. Angel's Room said, do you think if Blackbeard fought Marco instead of Ace, he would have won? That is tough. I don't know, man, because you gotta understand, Blackbeard's fought Shanks, right? Blackbeard fought Shanks and gave Shanks that scar. Now, that's not to say just because he was able to scar Shanks that he would. It's not to say he automatically beat Marco. I'm not saying that. You know, I think it would definitely still be a difficult fight regardless. But I feel as though Shank's point in establishing that when he went to Whitebeard was to pretty much prove that, yes, he might seem weaker than he is, or he may seem weaker, right? But don't underestimate him because he's no scrub. He was even good enough to pretty much main me, right? Like Blackbeard was pretty much good enough to main me. So I think if it was Marco, it could have possibly ended the same way. Maybe a little tougher of a fight, you know, cause Darkness, that's tough, man. Like, I think, you know, I'm trying to think, cause like I never really actually thought about this, so I don't really have like a, you know, I'm trying to process this. I think he probably would have ended the same way, right? Personally, Marco probably would have put up a better fight, possibly. You know, so it would have been a long drawn out fight, but I think Blackbeard might have won that one. Angel's Room said Blackbeard did beat Thatch with no devil fruit, and didn't they Thatch, Marco, and Diamond Guy were like equal? The Diamond Guy, okay. It didn't Thatch, Marco, and I think they were equal in the sense of rank to a degree, right? Like they were all commanders. With maybe Marco possibly being like the senior commander, being the most trusted. So he probably, as far as rank, he probably kind of was a little over the other commanders. As far as strength, I don't know. That's a tough one. Like, I don't know. I would say they might have all been near each other. I would still probably even go far as say Marco probably might have been. He might have edged all the other commanders, you know. But I don't know. Just because he's the first commander, don't necessarily automatically make him the strongest, right? So I don't really know. You know, I don't know how they all matched up, how Whitebeard's commanders matched up, power scaling wise. You know, because like again, like Jozu, the Diamond Guy, he's pretty impressive too. But he got a pretty impressive devil fruit, right? He can turn into diamond. Angel's Room said, I know all ranks are equal, but when it came to strength, those were the strongest. Yeah, but I'm just saying because you said equal. Them being the three strongest is one thing, but you said like when you asked me were they equal, and I'm saying I don't know if they were equal. You know, I agree that they all were the strongest in the crew, besides Whitebeard, but I don't know if they were equal. That's what I'm saying. And when you asked me equal, I didn't know if you meant equal in rank, equal in strength. But yeah, let's continue.
We help each other with all of our videos. But let's see how long we can go into this discussion before Eddie pitches the idea that Blackbeard is the Kraken. It's time we introduce this lurking legend. You might know him from his Hanuman theory that blew up recently, or maybe from his Blackbeard's a Kraken theory. But please put your hands
Let me ask y'all something. I pretty much we talked about it a little bit in the stream on Sunday. Me and Best Generation. We talked about it. So let me ask you guys. Do y'all believe that Zebek was the lurking legend, or was it Joy Boy? Or another option. I feel like there was another one somebody brought to my attention yesterday, but I forgot now. You know, I think it was Odin, but yeah, it could be Zebek or no, Eam. Eam was the other one that people brought up. So it was Eam, Zebek, and I would say Joy Boy are the three candidates that I believe Oda was talking about when he said the lurking legend. Because I think Joy Boy makes sense though, just how he kind of just based off of this last few chapters, right? Because he could have been lurking this whole time, like lurking as in like he's around, but nobody is aware that he's around, right? That's kind of how I see it when I look at the lurking legend. Like Zebek, as far as we know, he's not around no more. So, you know, Eam makes sense as well, because Eam been around and nobody's really aware that he's around either. So, but yeah. Angel's Room said, I thought Shiki was number one candidate. I don't know why he'd be candidate because we haven't seen him yet. I mean, if we see him, yes, he could be a candidate. But how Oda brought it up was this arc we was going to see a lurking legend, or a lurking legend was going to return, right? The only legends that we're aware of that kind of had any relevance in this whole arc has been Zebek, it's been Eam, Joy Boy. You could probably say Sun God Nika. I said Eam, right? Odin as well, because he had a flashback. Shiki, we've seen nothing from Shiki yet. You know, now if Oda somehow brings him into the arc, then you know I guess he could be. You know, but let's continue.
Together to welcome Evil.
Shanks I wouldn't say Shanks though. Shanks has been around this whole story. Like, he's always been around. Like, it's not really lurking if you just always been around, you know. I mean, and people have been aware. Like, he's had. I don't know why Shanks would be considered a lurk. I don't know why. You're gonna have to explain to me why you think Shanks would be considered a lurking legend. Let's continue.
Okay, I'm here with Evil, and it's a pleasure to have you on. How are you doing, man?
I'm great, man. How about yourself, bro?
It's good. I'm happy to have my first discussion video, especially with another Decipher poll member. This is a new series I'd like to have more people on, but I picked the right man for the job because today we're going to be discussing Blackbeard.
I'm so excited to talk about Blackbeard. He's such a prominent...
In Angel's Room, to clarify why I disqualified Shanks is pretty much because Oda pretty much said Wino is going to be the return, as in like the return of a lurking legend, as in like somebody who's been around that we haven't really been aware of, but he's been around, right? Shanks, we've been aware of Shanks since the pretty much the first episode of the series, right? So But yeah, let's continue.
Figure, and he definitely has something planned, and I'm excited for this discussion, bro.
So I guess we could just start right off with the past. The earliest documented, piece of history that we have with Blackbeard is him being an orphan at age 12. And as we know from the wikis and whatnot, that he grew up in the Grand Line, and that's where he ran into Whitebeard. So what do you think his little home situation was like on this random Grand Line Island?
With the past drawings of him on like a snowy island, I think that does detail or help us narrow down where he was born. And then, fast forward, we saw that he went to Drum Kingdom before the Straw Hat Pirates did.
Right.
So there is a sort of tie, a connection we can make saying that Blackbeard is from Drum Kingdom, but he also could be from Karakuri Island. That's the island that Frankie went on time skip.
He blew up he was the nightmare of Karakuri Island, I believe is what they called him.
Yeah, so he could be from there as well, or even Kaido's island, right? I believe it's unnamed at the moment.
The one with X-Drake.
Kaido has his favorite island. He could be from there.
Yeah, those are all viable options. I think currently I might be leaning towards Blackbeard being from the Drum Island. Why would you go to Drum Island and scare away the king? Like, there doesn't seem to be much of a reason to do that.
Yeah, I think that was a common theory, I guess, that he could be from Drum Island, right? But I would think, like, if he was from Drum Island, right, would Chopper somehow maybe came across him at one point? I mean, okay, maybe not. Like, here's why I would probably say not, because Blackbeard probably left Drum Island as a kid, right? Chopper was, Chopper being much younger, right? He probably wasn't born when Blackbeard was still around Drum Island. So I guess Chopper probably wouldn't be aware of Blackbeard's history in Drum Island if, let's say, indeed Blackbeard is from Drum Island, right? Because Chopper's much younger than Blackbeard. And Blackbeard, we know Blackbeard, I guess, met up with Whitebeard and became part of his crew as a kid. He was pretty young, right? He was pretty young. So that being said, I don't know. Yeah, I don't think Chopper would have ever really been around while Blackbeard was still there. So I guess, I don't think Chopper would have met Blackbeard. Guys, I think I'm getting like a thunderstorm weather in my area. So we're going to keep going with this stream, but in the case of a thunder, because I'm getting a thunderstorm warning, so in the case, this stream could possibly go out, right? But so let's continue.
Something else that I'd be interested to look at here is in the anime. I know the anime isn't the manga, the sacred pages, but in the anime, when we saw Blackbeard as a child, I believe it looked like he was on a summer island.
Oh, you're referring to when Whitebeard picked up Blackbeard, huh?
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Yeah, it did look pretty sunny. He was begging. I know exactly what you're referring to. He got on his knees and was begging Whitebeard, "Hey, can I join the crew?" And it was sunny outside, so that is something to think about. I like that you bring that up.
I mean, he definitely was on a winter island in his little flashback picture that Oda drew. But there are literal palm trees in this anime picture too. Palm trees are not really native to Drum.
I believe that could just be a case of maybe Blackbeard somehow split from Drum. Like if let's say he is indeed from Drum Island or from one of those winter islands, right? Maybe Blackbeard left the island or somehow, I don't know. Maybe he ran away and ended up where he's at now when he met Whitebeard in his photo, which is pretty much what I was talking about. Like, that's why I say I think Blackbeard left as a kid and then maybe he ran away, and then he met Whitebeard.
Island, so he might not actually be from the winter island.
In Angel's room, I don't think Otis clarified if he was a pirate or not. He just said a lurking legend. That's all he said, really. That's why I also said Eam, because Eam, was pretty much introduced in this Wino arc, and he's been around, right? And he's still alive at that, so Oda never clarified if the lurking legend was a pirate, if he was alive, if he was dead, and going to come back alive, or any of that. He never really even clarified. But let's continue.
We might have a scenario where Blackbeard, he might have been born on a snowy island and then he moved. But yeah. I feel like that's kind of reaching a little bit.
Actually, I'm really glad you said that, because a current headcanon that I'm trying to push is that Blackbeard was, as a child, as an orphan, taken in by the world government. And I don't mean taken in like a good way. I mean taken in like a bad way. Like, I think Blackbeard was experimented on, because we know Mother Caramel, or Caramel, however you choose to say.
Blackbeard being experimented on, that's pretty interesting right there. Like, that could explain his awkward body. That could explain why his body is as unique as it is, right? And again, guys, I'm not too sure, right? I'm not too sure if something could possibly happen to my power, or my internet or something. I don't know. So, it's a possibility the stream could cut out. So if it does, y'all just go show some love to Captain Goldenboy and Evo, and go watch the rest of the video on their channel, and maybe we could talk about it in the Discord or something. Angel's Room said lurking, death remaining hidden so as to wait in ambush, probably Joy Boy. Yeah, and I've also said that, like, that's part of the reason why I brought up that question on the discussion on Saturday to Best Generation, because I was thinking maybe when Oda said the lurking legend, it could have meant Joy Boy. Like, this whole time we thought about, we considered Zebek. I think we considered Eam possibly, even Odin, but maybe Joy Boy, right? Because this whole time he could have been with Luffy this whole time, and we'd never known it. We never known it. Let's continue.
I choose Caramel. Mother Caramel, she was sending the children to become CP0 agents, or CP9 agents, and just kind of selling them to the world governments. And I think that is a viable past for Blackbeard because of his resentment of the world. He wants to control the world, become the king of the world. For me, that might mean that he just has resentment for the current ruling class. And this is a proposed solution for why he's upset at the ruling class, because he was taken in and just abused. They could have just transplanted him from his home island. They could have just sent him somewhere after they're done with him. Just drop him off on a deserted island and maroon him.
No, that's a great point. One thing I do want to add, though, is, with Blackbeard leaving the Whitebeard Pirates, you got to figure that they were in the New World when that happened. But Drum Kingdom is not in the New World, so then that's like, okay, this dude went like technically across the world to Drum Kingdom. I feel like that is so much of a travel
is crazy.
That it's just like, why are you going that far and like leaving the New World? Like, what's the purpose of going there? And I feel like that's one little detail that we kind of like overlook, which really it signals like, hey, Blackbeard going to Drum Kingdom, like there was a special purpose.
That was very important. It's something that
Yeah, that was a good point, man. As far as how Blackbeard got to that summer island, I guess we could call it, from Drum Kingdom, I mean, maybe his ambition started young, right? So maybe he ran away from the island and started looking for a useful devil fruit. But I do kind of like the idea that maybe he was experimented on, because then it could explain why his body is so unique, right? Or maybe his body being unique is why he got kidnapped and experimented on in the first place. We don't know, you know what I'm saying? We got Desness in the house with the new channel name, Desness the Dwarf. I don't know if he's going with Desnus the Dwarf or Desnus the Dwarf. Was it from the Titano tribe? I'm not sure which one he's going with, but I say Desnus the Dwarf because it's a little shorter, right? It's easier to say. It's easier to remember. See, I couldn't even remember the whole name, but Desnus the Dwarf is easy to remember, right? He said, "Hey Bluff, hey Angel, how you doing? What's good, Desnus? Welcome to the chat. Glad to have you." Angel's Room said, "But that put Sheik into consideration because he's been remaining hidden, only appearing in the manga during Marineford." And look, I'm not disqualifying Shiki. All I'm saying is Oda implied that during this Wino arc, we was going to get the return of a lurking legend. Now, I might be paraphrasing it wrong, slightly inaccurately, but how I remember, he was saying that's what we're getting in the Wino arc. We have not got Shiki yet. And there's no signs that Shiki is showing up. If he does, okay, I'll give it to you. But right now, we haven't got Shiki. I don't know why you so on this Shiki train. Like, Shiki has to return to the story first for him to be the lurking legend that Oda's talking about. That's all I'm saying. You riding with Sheik, boy, I'll tell you. He said, Desna says, "I don't understand why evil sound is so bad in the video. Saw that already." I don't know. It's probably how Golden Boy captured the sound. I don't know. I don't think you can really blame evil for that. Desmond said, "Glad to catch the stream. Glad you caught it as well." Angel Room said his devil fruit is so sick. I want to see it in the manga. Yeah. See, I think that's what you want. You just want to see Shiki, man. You just want to see Shiki, bro. I get it, and I'm fine. I like to see Shiki too. Like, I would like to see Shiki return as well. You know what I'm saying? I like to see Shiki return as well. But I'm talking about what Oda's talking about. I think he meant in this arc, right? He meant in the current arc. And so far, the only legends that we've gotten in this current arc are Odin, Eam, Joy Boy. Right? I'm trying to think if maybe there's somebody I'm missing. I don't think so. Sun God Nico was referenced, right? He was referenced. And if you want to put him in the same category with Joy Boy and say he's Joy Boy, then there, you know what I'm saying? But we haven't got Shiki yet, so I can't really count Shiki. But let's continue.
I'm considering making a video on is some of the residents of Drum Kingdom are interesting. Specifically, Dr. Kureha. She always, like, whenever you say anything to her, do you know what her response is? She always says, "What, do you want to know the secret to eternal youth?" I don't know if that's something Blackbeard's interested in, but it's probably just a gimmick. But if it's not a gimmick, like if the secret to eternal youth is in Drum Kingdom somehow, because Korea's old as hell. She's still kind of like in shape too.
Yeah, she in like her hundreds.
Yeah, so it would be in Blackbeard's nature to like find like the Fountain of Youth or something like that. Like he just wants power. That's the primary reason why he's going around grabbing all these devil fruits. Like he wants power. If he could even have the open on me,
it's a drive. It's about power.
I believe there was a dialogue somewhere in the story. I think Chopper must have said it, but I think like there is some kind of thing where Chopper is like,
it's thundering out there, y'all. I don't know if y'all hear it over here. It's thundering out there right now. I'm telling y'all, just gotta warn y'all, if the stream go out, I'm sorry. It's probably going to be out of my control. So y'all just gonna have to go to the Captain Goldenboy's channel. Watch the rest of this. The link to this video will be in the description box. So yeah. Y'all let me charge my phone up just in case. You know what I'm saying? Just in case this power go out or something. Let's continue.
No, they want my Hito no Mi.
Oh yeah.
What if there's like this kind of scenario where like Blackbeard wanted a Hito no Mi, like the devil fruit, and like he goes to Drum Kingdom and he finds out like, oh, you know, that Hito no Mi, like it's gone, and he doesn't know that Chopper ate it or something like that.
Ooh.
That's possible.
That's interesting.
I just wish I remembered like the exact scenario. I'm sure our boy Edens knows where.
Yeah, no, Edens knows. I'm trying to find some information about Wapple too, because I want to know a little bit more about Wapple.
It's going to be raining where you at, Angel's Room? Man, well, hope you don't get a thunderstorm like me, man. I checked the little, like, there was like a weather warning. They was talking about we might get hell at that. So I'm like, man, you know, don't need that type of drama. You know, hell could make a little damage. You know, that might trip a power line or something.
Past, if we have anything. What I want to know is if Wapple is the one that sold Blackbeard to the world government, if that's what happened when he was a child. Because I could see Wapple doing that, but I really don't have any evidence to prove that he did that.
Yeah, that would give Blackbeard a reason to go to the Drum Kingdom and fight and try to get revenge, or you know, something like that,
and scare him off. What they ended up doing was they ransacked it, right? They just destroyed a town,
right?
And then they scared the king off.
Yeah, that's exactly what they did. But like we were talking about earlier, why would he go across the world to do that? Like, I would understand if like he stopped there on his way somewhere else, but
so actually,
I don't know.
Actually, I might have a potential answer for that, because his first mate, Jesus Burgess, according to the Viver cards, his ocean of origin was also the Grand Line, but the other crew members, I believe it was Van Auger.
But the question is Jesus Burgess the first mate of Blackbeard? What do y'all think? Because I'm saying in that cover where we get all the right hand men of all the captains that we know of, we get Shanks, right? We don't get Shanks, but we get Ben Backman. We get Zorro. We got Kid. We got Beppo. We got Rayleigh. We got King. We got Katakuri. And then who do we get for Blackbeard? Shilu, right? We got Shilu. Come on now. Come on. Or Shiru. Yeah. I'm just saying, man. I don't know if I think Burgess lost his status as the first mate probably when he failed to get the Meta no Mi, right? Like, I think that might have been the case. Maybe Blackbeard's crew run like kind of like Kaido's crew, like a meritocracy, right? To where it's like you can lose your position if let's say you fail. Like, failure could make you lose your position. Like we seen something like that in Big Mom's crew when Snack lost to Arouge, right? Or whatever happened with Arouge and Snack. Snack wasn't a sweet commander no more. Like, he was a sweet commander at one point, then he got fired at that position. So maybe Burgess lost his position, right? So I'm just saying, man. Y'all talking about rain? I mean, it's one thing about rain. It's just like the lightning and thunder right now. I'm more worried about something happening to my stream, right? Like my stream getting cut off. I don't mind the rain though. Don't get me wrong. I like rain. He said a few weeks ago y'all got sand from the Sahara. That sucks. Yeah, Angel Room said Shiru. Desert said, yeah, the sky was orange for a whole day and everywhere lay sand. And then Desert said Jesus Burgess. So you think Jesus Burgess is definitely the first mate. Angel's Room said, it doesn't matter when you join the crew, captain can decide his first mate at any moment. That is true. And usually they will fire you if you're not doing a good job. But I definitely agree with that. And Desmond says, "Yeah, just imagine being the first on the team, and a few weeks later, someone else has your job." Angel's Room said Luffy just happened to make the first who joined his crew his first mate. Yeah, I mean, all in all, it's like, if you think somebody's not doing their job well, you fire them, right? They lose their job, you know. You think somebody's doing a better job than them, you give that person a raise, and he may have to pretty much replace the other person, you know. It's a cold world, but, you know, our results matter, right? Jesus Burgess failed, so I could see his failure, meaning he lose his position, you know. Maybe Blackbeard was like, look, my first mate has to have a devil fruit. Jesus Burgess tried to get the Meta know me. Then he tried to get Luffy's devil fruit. He failed. He couldn't get the devil fruit. Shiru got a devil fruit, right? So, Blackbeard might look at Jesus Burgess as a devil fruitless failure, right? And Shiru is like success, or he succeeded in his mission of getting the devil fruit. So he's like, look, man, you succeeded, you failed. You're out. You're in. You're the new first mate. Doesn't say, yeah, Luffy, the lucky one as usual. Lucky D Luffy. Doesn't says, I am in this lobby with my girlfriend. I really appreciate Zoro's talk where he said they don't play to be pirates and they should be more serious with Usopp's. Yeah, that was a wonderful moment, especially for Zoro, right? Zoro pretty much proven why he is the first mate, why he is the right hand, right? You know, because you got to establish that, man. You got to establish that. It separates One Piece from being like just a kids show, right? A kids show about pirates, right? You gotta understand that you gotta establish that there's real world stakes, and Zoro pretty much stated that. He established that, saying, look, we not playing games, you know. This ain't no kid game. Let's continue. Why not?
He was in the East Blue, so there's a chance that he went back just for Van Augur, and that might have been a stop on the way. I don't know why you would stop there, but that might be why he was heading east.
That's really interesting. So he was only in that part of the world to recruit someone then, huh?
Maybe. It's looking like Van Augur was the one from the East Blue. And I don't even think any of the other ones are from the East Blue.
Yeah, so maybe he dipped out of the Blackbeard Pirates and was like, all right, time to get some members.
Time to get a
Kind of
sniper.
like Shanks. Remember Shanks?
Yeah.
They leave from the crew. All right, it's time to go get members. So Shanks goes to East Blue and he gets Yasop.
Mm-hmm.
Blackbeard goes to East Blue and he gets Van Augur. Interesting part about that.
Yeah.
They're both snipers.
Yep.
Man, Oda, this is why we call him Goda.
Sniper Island, baby. It's in your heart.
Sniper Island.
It's in your heart.
Well, how would you feel? I'm sorry if this is a little off topic. How would you feel if Sniper Island was a legitimate place?
I would love to see Sniper Island as a legitimate.
Bro, that would be hilarious if that was a legitimate place. Bro, if Saj King was like an actual person, like, well, we know he is, but, you know, if he actually lived in Sniper Island, like, that's where he actually was from, and, you know, they go there, you know, and they meet the Soldier King, right? That'd be dope.
Place. I'd love it if it was just a heart-shaped island.
Who y'all think a better sniper, Soldier King or Usopp? Desmond says, if someone from the crew gets commander, it would be Sanji, Jinbei, Usopp, and Vivi. Why would Vivi get commander? Vivi don't even ride with him daily, you know?
Like they're gonna go to.
Technically in the heart.
Yeah. No, I think that would be super cool. In fact, I hope Sniper Island is a real place. I hope it's in Elbaf, you know, something like that. It's in your heart. Our current progress is that Blackbeard was an orphan, and it looks like he was on a snowy island, but in the anime it depicted him when he was a little bit older. Yeah, at age 12 is when he was joining Whitebeard's crew, and that looked like a summery island because there were palm trees. And so, like, a potential option would be that he was from Drum Kingdom, maybe, and he was just placed somewhere else. And I'd like to say because he was sold to the world government, or some sort, maybe he was abducted by pirates, something like that. But for whatever reason, we know that his backstory was really, harsh. And then when he dipped, that's a really good point that you brought up, that he went back to the East Blue from the New World. So I guess the only reason he would go back is to get his sniper. And I guess we're going to shit on Drum Kingdom while we're here, because why not? Maybe we want the Hito no Mi. That's an interesting idea. Maybe we want the Secret of Eternal Youth, but probably not, because he didn't take them hostage. It sounds kind of like he just wanted to destroy some buildings and get the sniper. So up next, after that, but it says 26 years ago, the Whitebeard pirates clashed with the Roger pirates. He met Shanks and he gave him his scar. And that's when we first get the dialogue of Buggy saying, "I heard he never sleeps." I don't really know if there's much to expand on that. I feel like that's kind of been beaten to death. Like, he doesn't sleep because...
Angel's Room said, funny thing is Luffy's going to have 10 commanders just like Blackbeard. The thing is, Blackbeard has these 10 Titanic captains, but there's only 9, right? There's only 9, so there's either like a secret commander somewhere, or maybe he hasn't got that person yet, right? Maybe he hasn't got that person. Now, I kind of had a playful theory. Yeah, yesterday, I think it was yesterday's stream. Either yesterday's stream or Saturday's, that maybe Zebek, right? Maybe Zebek is like, his spirit is living in Blackbeard, so Blackbeard is looking for like a certain dead person's body, right, to put Zebek's shadow in, right? Like, because we know that he has Gecko Moria, right? Zebek or Blackbeard has Gecko Moria. So if, let's say, Zebek is part of him, maybe Gecko Moria could take like Zebek's part of like the shadow part out of Blackbeard, right, and then put it into a body, and then you'll have Zebek's. Maybe they're looking for like Zebek's body, right? Maybe they're looking for Zebek's body, so they could put Zebek's soul or his shadow from Blackbeard into the zombie, and they'll have Zebek, right? And that could be pretty OP, right? Especially if it's definitely Zebek's shadow, and then he gets his body back. Man. Angel's Room said, I thought 10th one was Aokiji. I don't know if I consider Aokiji, because if you go look in the wiki, right? And I'm not saying the wiki is correct, of course it's not like 100% right, but it definitely doesn't have Aokiji there, right? And my thing is, Aokiji's not really he's not really an ally of Blackbeard. I don't believe he is. And I don't think Blackbeard trusts Aokiji enough to really give him a commander position. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I don't know if it's Aokiji for sure. And we got Cube in the building. Welcome to the stream, Cube. He says Dan Bluff has a do-rag. It's not a do-rag. It's a wave cap. You gotta get it right. I don't got no strings right here. No strings. He went from Blackbeard to Whitebeard. Angel's Room said, oh, you're saying I went from Blackbeard. I told you I'm not Blackbeard, man. I'm Kaido, bro. Even though Blackbeard do kind of match me, right? Like, because he got the whole theme of threes. My number is 3 pretty much. So, I mean, I guess I could be Blackbeard, man. I guess I could be Blackbeard. Desmond said, Q, what's up? What's a do-rag? It's nothing important, Desness. I'll let Cube explain it since he wanted to bring it up. Let's continue.
Because he's from a winter island. I can't really think of anything else to say.
He doesn't sleep because octopuses sleep in bursts of like...
Ding, 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 there it is.
Oh, he brought the octopus.
Eddie, for context, I didn't tell you, but in the intro of the video, I recorded something. I said, I want to see how many minutes we can get into the discussion before he mentions the octopus. And I'm actually impressed. We're pretty far deep in right now.
You know, one thing I will say, I totally agree with people beating the whole he never sleeps thing to death. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, I do 100% feel like Oda's going to reiterate that in the future. It's definitely going to be referenced. I totally get the vibes of like, hey, read this panel because I'm going to bring it up later.
Yeah, this is an important clue for later.
Yeah, totally.
Yep. Okay, so... Yeah, I think for as of right now, what we have with it is this establishes that he was from that winter island. Okay, so next up in the wiki, we have, yes, he betrayed Thatch. He got the devil fruits. He said he was desperate to get that fruit at any cost. So actually, we could talk about this because his entire plan, it appears, hinges on the Yami Yami no Mi, meaning that this fruit is essential to conquering the world. If his end goal is to become king of the world, like conquer the seas, the whole reason he joined the Whitebeard Pirates was to get this fruit, which means this fruit is pivotal to the plan. If he didn't have this fruit, then he couldn't do anything. He was just going to sit there eating cherry pies on Whitebeard's ship forever. So what makes this fruit so special? Is this like a special Logia? We've seen special Paramecia before, but this fruit is not like any other Logia we've ever seen.
So I see two different paths with this. The first path is Blackbeard generally wants devil fruits in general. He sends people like Burgess to go get the Mare no Mi. He's going all throughout the world, getting Absalom's fruit, all these things, right? He's looking for devil fruits. So for him to go and have this plan and get the Yami Yami no Mi, it could be like, yeah, it's a strong Logia. I'm gonna kill my crew member and leave with it, right? It could be something simple like that, which does fall in line with what we've seen previously. Or we could have a scenario where there is a dark, deeper meaning behind it that gives him alternate abilities, nullifies other devil fruits. So with that being said, it could have that deeper, darker meaning with other alternate abilities. Or it could just be a strong-ass devil fruit, and he's like, if I'm going to have to start my plan, I need a strong devil fruit. I want this one, because this is, like, the best Logia, or, like, the best Paramecia.
You know what? Now that you say that...
Before I let it go, what y'all think? Like, what are y'all theories, right? What are y'all ideas on why Blackbeard had to get the Yami Yami no Mi out of all the devil fruits he could have been targeting? It was the Yami Yami no Mi that was the most important to his plan. Like, what do y'all think? Me now, I think that could possibly be related to Zebek, right? Because I've said that I believe that Zebek's soul could be living within Blackbeard. It's part of one of his personalities, right? So if that's the case, maybe the Zebek will that lives within Blackbeard, the soul that lives within Blackbeard, maybe he, maybe he's the one who kind of stressed how important the Yami Yami no Mi is because it's his, right? Because that's the devil fruit. He knows, maybe getting it will fully awaken him, right? Kind of like we talked about how devil fruits have souls within them. Like they could have had the souls of the ancient kingdom, right? Like they had the souls of the ancient kingdom, right? So maybe the Yami Yami no Mi had a particular soul within it, right? That Zebek was familiar with, or maybe, and he could have possibly taught Blackbeard about the importance of the soul within that devil fruit, and maybe something like that. Like I don't know, but I also kind of agree with the fact that it could be like it's a super powerful devil fruit, right? And Blackbeard's goal is to get the most powerful devil fruits of each class, right? Because he might know that he can consume 3 devil fruits. So he's like, I need to get the most powerful zone, I need to get the most powerful Logia, and the most powerful Promethea. You know what I'm saying? Because when you look at it, he bragged about the Yami Yami no Mi being the best Logia, right? He said yeah, the only drawback of it is you don't get the intangibility of other Logias, but he looks at it as the best Logia. And then when you look at Whitebeard's devil fruit, the Goro Goro no Mi, it's like that is a Promethea that's pretty much said to be able to destroy the world. Like, bro, how much better can you get than a devil fruit with the destructive ability to be able to destroy the world if you want it? Like, you're literally probably one of the most dangerous men on the earth, right? Because you can destroy the world on a whim. It'd be stupid because you'll kill yourself as well, unless you're like Frieza with the ability to survive in space, like Frieza or Superman. I don't think Whitebeard could survive in space, nor can any other character, right? Let's see. Desna says everything and nothing. Q says, I think there's a ritual to bring back a will. It's a ceremony that has 3 keys to do it. The will's original devil fruit, an item and a special ceremony occurring. It's basically how Joy Boy seemed to be reawoken. Okay, so I might have to get back to that comment, right? I'll probably have to get back to that comment. He said, I think Blackbeard needed that devil fruit for the will he had. Yeah, it kind of makes sense. Kind of feel like what I was touched on. Desna says, well, first, it's powerful. I agree. Second, it could beat many devil fruits very easily. I agree. And if he is befriended with the dark before, from not sleeping in the night, he would feel the most comfortable with it. So you believe it's his comfort level. I mean, I don't know if that part of it is a big deal, but I definitely agree on the other points you made. Q says it's also how mysticism summons a spirit to wield it to their control. With darkness. Desna says, and it's the only one that nullifies other devil fruits. I think thought you said that already. Like Joy Boy's awakening, but Force sounds awesome. Q said for Mystic, they need to recreate a physical version of that spirit to summon it. Okay, it's interesting. That's interesting. Luffy used the Straw Hat plus Devil Fruit plus Fire Festival. Nika has been since, and it was at a Fire Festival. I do believe that the Fire Festival had something to do with summoning Joy Boy. Which is part of the reason why I believe it's a possession. Right? Which is part of the reason why I believe that we may see spirits. Or that I've been championing that theory of the idea of seeing spirits return to Wano. Is partially because the Fire Festival is communicating with the dead, right? So it could be that door for the dead to come into the real world. Angel's Room said because he literally makes the strongest zone turn back into a human and beat their butt that way. Does it sounds still better than the dang ceremony from Harry Potter. Angel's Room says Logia is literally the best for hand-to-hand combat against a devil fruit user. He can use the Rumble no Mi to control terrain. Yeah. Desness, yeah, it's like everyone uses devil fruit as powers to be strong, and he has the trap card against devil fruits. See, I think y'all kind of oversimplify, because I get getting the devil fruit because it's strong, but for that reason you could get almost any devil fruit. You know, there's a lot of other broken devil fruits, right? That, you know, that you can make arguments for, but it was specifically the Yami Yami no Mi, and it was almost like he had to get it at any cost, or he could not execute his plan, right? So I can get it being strong. I can get with that argument, but I also think it could be more to it than it just being strong, because, you know, one, we're talking about Blackbeard here, right? Blackbeard is, you know, he's a man with plans. So a lot of time things that he do has to make sense for his plans, you know. So, you know, if just getting a strong devil fruit was necessary for his plan, he could have probably got almost anything. You know what I'm saying? There's a couple other devil fruits he could have got that could have been almost equally as OP as the Yami Yami no Mi. So, you know, I think the point is that, you know, yes, strength, the power of the devil fruit is good, but there might be something more to it, especially since we're dealing with Blackbeard. Angel's Room said, "Do you think Blackbeard has a will?" You're going to have to expand on that, because I don't really understand. Do I think he has a will? I think everybody has a will in the story. So I mean, I don't really quite understand what you're trying to ask, because yes, I do. You know, I think that's like a given for most. I think the fact that Blackbeard wants something, he has goals, I think right there kind of proves he got a will. But yeah, so okay, I get what you said about. I was going back to that question Cube said. I think there's a ritual to bring back a will. It's a ceremony that has 3 keys to do it: the will's original devil fruit, an item, and a special ceremony occurring. Is basically how Joy Boy seemed to be reawoken. Oh, I get what you mean this time, Cube. I mean, yeah, I guess that could be the case, you know. That could be the case. Cube said, I think he mean an extra will. Or Angel said hockey. Oh yes, yeah, I believe Blackbeard got hockey. Do you think he has hockey? Yeah, I believe Blackbeard probably has like all 3 levels of hockey, if anything. You know, I believe he's probably one of the few with conquerors. You know, like I've said, he's just like Luffy in so many ways. So, I kind of don't see why he wouldn't. But I think if Oda went a creative way and made it to where Blackbeard doesn't have it, and that's why he kind of has to cheat the system by getting all these different devil fruits, maybe he's incapable of having it. I think that could be an interesting route, but I do believe he has it, though. Because, you know, that's pretty much what you're asking, so that's my answer. But I think it could be creative if he doesn't have it, and he's incapable of having it. Maybe because who he is makes it to where he can't have it. That would be interesting. Angel's Room said, I don't think he has conquerors. I disagree. But let's play.
It makes me wonder if the reason he got the Yami Yami no Mi is ad break. No, the reason that he got the reason that he got the Yami Yami no Mi might be because he knows that I'm going to need to take down Pops, Whitebeard. He can destroy the fucking world. I'm not going to be able to do that unless I can hard counter every single devil fruit. Like he might have gotten the Yami Yami no Mi because it's the only one that lets him go toe to toe with Whitebeard, and he still lost. That might have just been for his protection.
I really like that, Golden Boy. And one thing I do want to counter is the idea of the Yami Yami no Mi allowing him to have multiple devil fruits. And the reason why I bring that up, so we know that Blackbeard grew up with a devil fruit encyclopedia.
Angel's Room said the people we've seen with Conqueror's Haki don't fear death like Blackbeard. Well, I don't think not fearing death is necessarily a prerequisite of having Conqueror's Haki. And I don't know if I would even say I believe Blackbeard fears death. Because we're also looking at it at this. Blackbeard could potentially have multiple personalities. Be it because he has 3 different souls, so that's multiple personalities. Or he's just crazy and he just has multiple personalities. So maybe one of his personalities, they might be cowardly, or maybe the whole cowardly thing is a front to just get people's guard down. Because I believe Blackbeard is more of an actor type of person. I don't think he's a coward. I just think he's somebody who, if he knows that he can't beat you, he's not going to just throw his life away for just the sake of being brave. No, he's going to try to make you not kill him and slither his way out of a situation. I don't believe he's afraid of death though. And even if he is, that might just be one of his personalities, right? Not all his personalities may necessarily fear death. I think Conqueror's Haki comes more it's more of a thing for people who have a will to achieve something great, right? It's a conquerors. You're trying to conquer something, right? You're trying to become a king, right? Like Luffy, he wants to be the pirate king, and his will is so strong in becoming the pirate king that he's going to fight. Even if he dies trying, he's going to keep trying, right? Zoro, his will is to be the strongest swordsman. Same thing, you could say like the strongest swordsman is the king of swordsmen. Blackbeard, his goal could be something as simple as the pirate king or even the king of the world. He's willing to do whatever it takes to get there. And surviving is, you can have a strong will to survive, right? So I don't think fearing death is necessarily a prerequisite, yeah, so I don't believe that, and I don't even really believe that Blackbeard is necessarily scared of death. I think he's just kind of like one of them type who, when he feels though he's in danger, he's going to act like he's scared and then try to find a way out of it. Or it's one of the again, he might have 3 personalities. He might have a super angry one, a super confident one, and then like a super scary one, right? Blackbeard is not like most people, right? Blackbeard is a special breed of an individual. You know what I'm saying? I kind of think saying he's afraid of, he doesn't have Conqueror's Haki because he's afraid of death is kind of a underestimation to this man's character. Q said Blackbeard is still too mysterious, but I didn't. And Angel Room said, but I didn't say everyone who didn't fear death has conquerors though. I just said the people who have it aren't scared of it. And yeah, I know what you said. I'm just saying, you can have Conqueror's Haki and be afraid of death, or and again, I don't even know if I would say Blackbeard fears death, but what I'm saying is, just because the people that we know that has Conqueror's Haki, some of them may not fear death, but that don't mean all of them don't. We don't even know. We don't even really have a full understanding of Conqueror's Haki and what you need to have in order to get it. But I think Blackbeard is a very liable, or viable candidate to having Conqueror's Hockey. Q say, yeah, I know. I was just saying the issue with the statement. Allures of people use that. A lot of people use that reasoning. Sensu Shinobi type of situation with Blackbeard. Angel's Room said, but it still wouldn't be that surprising if they did though. Conqueror's Hockey is 1 million chance. Again, like I think Conqueror's Hockey is more connected with someone's will to achieve something great. You know, like you have to have the will of a king, right? Or a conqueror. You have to have a will of a conqueror. And what is the will of a conqueror? You see a challenge and you want to beat that challenge. Luffy's challenge is the One Piece. Zoro's challenge is being the world's greatest swordsman. You could probably even say Sanji. Sanji probably wants to be the best cook. You know what I'm saying? He's never really said, I want to be the best cook. He's verbally said he wanted to see the all blue. But why does he want to see the all blue, right? For something, to give his crew the best food. That's some conqueror stuff right there. He's got, and Sanji is super convicted as well. I think conviction is also another thing. Someone's conviction. Luffy has conviction. He has conviction that he will become the Pirate King. Zoro has conviction that he will be the greatest swordsman. Sanji has conviction, he has conviction in different ways. Okay, yeah, Angel Group said he said he wants to be the best cook for Luffy. Yeah, exactly. His conviction is to be able to feed his crew, right? Cube said best example is Whitebeard. His dream was to have a family, but he wanted to protect them to death. So his will is still conquer because of his conviction. Yes. And again, conviction doesn't even have to, you don't have to have nothing grand as being the greatest in the world at something, right? You could just want to protect, you could just be convicted in wanting to protect something. And I think Blackbeard has that, I think Blackbeard has that conqueror's mindset, but continue.
Exciting.
Marineford, the Go-To-Sea were talking about how Blackbeard is the first person with multiple devil fruits. Now, let's connect this to what I just said previously.
I see.
How would they say, oh, he's the first person with multiple devil fruits, but then the encyclopedia, I still feel like that information would have landed in the hands of the Go-To-Say or somebody. It would be common knowledge for, this one devil fruit in a book to be like, yeah, this is the one that gets you multiple devil fruits, which leads me to believe that it can't be because of the Yami Yami no Mi that allows him to have multiple devil fruits, because everyone would know. It would have to be a devil fruit that isn't in the encyclopedia or something unrelated to devil fruits.
That is a great point. This fits perfectly to what we were talking about just a little bit ago.
Yo, what just hopped in my mind, right? It just popped in my mind. What if? Follow me, okay? Follow me, guys. Follow me. Like, I might have to write this theory down, bro. I might have to write this somewhere for real. I'm just saying, because now I got an idea. What if, right? Because we're talking about the specialness of the Yami Yami no Mi. Okay, so I've talked about Blackbeard having 3 devil fruits, right? Now, we know he has the Goro Goro no Mi. We know he has the Yami Yami no Mi, right? That's 2. Now, his body is special to where he could possibly take multiple devil fruits, right? Now, is that a Yami Yami no Mi thing? Possibly. Or is that his body being different thing? Possibly. I don't know for sure, right? I'm going to just go with his body being special, right? Now follow me, because I'm about to go somewhere, right? I'm about to go somewhere else with this. Now let's talk about Eam, all right? Let's talk about Eam. Eam is a special individual, right? He's the king, he or her, or whatever you want to say, he or she, the king of the world, king or queen of the world. You know, a lot of people believe that Eam is immortal. It kind of would make sense when you think about it. We got the immortal devil fruit, or we got Eam, who I am, you know, is pretty much the first two letters of immortal. Eam, immortal, right? So let's just go with this idea that Eam is indeed immortal. Okay. Now, maybe that's the devil fruit, right? Maybe the devil fruit is what's giving Eam his immortality, you know, or maybe it was the Opie no Mi. I don't know, you know, whichever one you want to go with. That's where we're going to go, right? Now, let's say we know Blackbeard could take multiple devil fruits. Let's say he can take 3. Let's say that is the maximum he can take. Now, and I've said before, I think Blackbeard's goal is to get the 3 strongest devil fruits of each category, right? We got the strongest Logia, the strongest Permesia, the strongest Zone, right? And I was kind of, you know, before I'm thinking like, I think Kaido could probably be considered to have the strongest zone, or zone wise, right? And that might be where Blackbeard might try to get, right? The Kaido's devil fruit. Maybe not. Maybe he's looking for something a bit higher on the pole. Who could that be? Eam. Maybe Blackbeard's goal is to get Eam's devil fruit. Or maybe it's not to get Eam's devil fruit specifically. Maybe it's to get Eam's immortality. Maybe he needs to get Eam's immortality. Now what I'm thinking, this is where the Yami no Mi might come in. Like, maybe in order for Blackbeard to get the immortality, he has to pretty much extract it with the Yami no Mi. Now, if let's say Eam is immortal through a devil fruit, maybe the Yami no Mi is also needed to extract the immortality of the devil fruit, or the devil fruit in general. So I don't know. I'm just saying, I think ultimately what I'm saying is maybe the Yami no Mi is needed in order for Blackbeard to pretty much steal Eam Sama's immortality, right? Maybe that's why it's so important for him to get the Yami no Mi instead of just some other strong devil fruit. I mean, I don't have nothing right there. It's just a thought that kind of popped in my head, but I think I might have to talk about that some more sometime. So we're gonna have to put a pin on it. I'm gonna write that down, and I'm gonna let this play while I write it down.
About why he needs the Yami no Mi. You know, since this conversation, I've now been convinced that the reason he has it is ad break. No, I'm joking. The reason he has the Yami no Mi is to counter Whitebeard, because when he asked Ace to join the crew at Bonaro Island, he said Pops' era is too old. It's time for someone else to take over. Part of his plan hinged on taking down Whitebeard. He started Marineford to kill Whitebeard. He needed that.
Hold on. Q said best example is Whitebeard. His dream was to have a family, but he wanted to protect them to death, so his will is still conquered. Okay, yeah, I think we talked about that. Then he said mind blown, and the Angel Room said, do you think he's willing to die for his goal? I don't know, but I don't really think that matters when it comes to Conqueror's High. If that's the argument you're still making, I don't think that matters. I don't think whether he's trying to avoid death or he's afraid of death. I don't really think that matters. I think it's more about his will in achieving what he wants to do. I think if you want to achieve what you want, that bad to where it's like you're avoiding death because you want to achieve what you want to achieve, that's still a pretty strong will, right? That's still a pretty strong will. Like, you're afraid to, like, if you was afraid to die because your kids wouldn't have, they wouldn't be protected, or they wouldn't have the life that you want them to have. That's strong. That's strong conviction. It's not necessarily you being afraid of death. You're being afraid to. You were more so afraid of the fact that you won't be there for your kids. So with Blackbeard, it could be more of a thing where he's afraid where he can't succeed. But even if he is afraid, let's just say that he's afraid of death. Again, I still don't believe that matters. Like, because you're going off the idea of the fact that Luffy's not afraid of death, and a lot of other people that we know got Conqueror's Haki aren't afraid of death. So, like, you can't, in order to have Conqueror's Haki, you can't be afraid of stuff. I don't agree with that. So, again, if Blackbeard is afraid of death, I still don't think it matters. I still don't think it matters. Man, we continue. I'm probably not going to answer your comments right away, guys, because this is a bit of a long video we watching. So
that power gap to be there so he could fill it in. So that's why he has the Yami Yami no Mi. It's not so he could steal other people's devil fruits. That's not how it works. It's so he could create the power gap by destroying the strongest man in the world. He can hard counter the strongest man in the world and then sort of usurp that throne.
I definitely think he wanted to kill Whitebeard because him doing so will have a lot of Whitebeard's possessions fall into his lap. One being the devil fruit, two being the Yonko status, 3 being mini islands, and 4, I want to bring up Full-Lead Island, aka Beehive Island, Hachinosu Island, whatever you call it.
Yeah.
So with Whitebeard being a former Rocks pirate, and the Rocks pirates being formed on Hachinosu Island, and then Blackbeard later going on to make Hachinosu Island his base, I feel like I'm led to believe that he got Hachinosu Island because of Whitebeard. So with that being said, I feel like he started, like what you just said, he started Marineford War to kill Whitebeard, take all of his belongings, and have a status in the world. If he owns multiple islands and he's a Yonko, he can have more ships and more commanders. He can get more devil fruits and rise towards Pirate King. And what falls in line with that as well is Whitebeard was the savior of Fishman Island, which they had a rogue poneglyph at some point. I feel like Whitebeard had to have hidden that poneglyph, and they didn't tell anybody about it because he's their savior, kind of like with Zoe. And with that being said, Blackbeard knew about it because he was a Whitebeard pirate. He decides, hey, I'm gonna start Marineford War, have Whitebeard killed. I'm gonna take his devil fruit, take the Yonko status, take the rogue poneglyph. Like he just took a fat W from that whole thing.
Yeah, having a pirate paradise there is an interesting part of the plan. My first thought is so he can sort of have some security, some bodyguards, some lackeys to go fight and kill for him. And so thus far, like, we've already established what his childhood might have been. So his immediate moves after that would have been, I need this Yami Yami no Mi because I want to be able to conquer the world's strongest man. I need to, and the only way I can do that is if I have the power to nullify his broken devil fruits. From there, he takes Whitebeard's devil fruit, Whitebeard's territory, Whitebeard's Yonko status, Whitebeard's poneglyph, perhaps, if that's what ended up happening. But it really sets him up for success because he is now one of the 4 top name pirates in the world. And that's just good status to have. But going back to the Jaya arc, we discussed why was Blackbeard at Drum Island, and we came up with some possible solutions. Why did he go to Jaya? At that point, he already had Doc Q and Van Augur, but why did he go to Jaya? Because I don't believe he knew how big Luffy's bounty was at the time. On the wiki, it says after Luffy...
Yeah, I don't think it has anything with Luffy. Cube says most devil fruits cannot be identified by their appearance. For example, the Gomu Gomu no Mi and the Yami Yami no Mi had pictures and could be recognized prior to consumption. From the wiki, so his plot hole might be possible. Yami Yami no Mi can actually be not the way to absorb devil fruits. Every thought is like Tarak's breaking too many taboos, maybe cannibalism. Man, y'all gotta simplify y'all questions, man. Come on. Oh my goodness, y'all be giving me essays on these. Like, most devil fruits cannot be identified by their appearance. On the wiki, so it probably might be. I mean, well, I didn't say that. I didn't say that the Yami Yami would. What I meant. My point. What I meant is that the ability Yami Yami no Mi could possibly absorb Eam's immortality. Like, maybe the only way you can take immortality from somebody, right? And you could possibly absorb it yourself. Like, the immortality doesn't even have to be a devil fruit thing, right? Like, that could be like somebody sacrifice himself to give immortality to Eam through the Opi no Mi, you know. Or maybe it is, maybe Blackbeard steals the devil fruit, but you need a certain way to activate the immortality, right? And that's with the Yami Yami no Mi possibly. Or maybe Yami Yami no Mi is one of the ways. But my point is, he's taking Eam's devil fruit, or he's taking Eam's immortality through the ability of the Yami Yami no Mi. That's pretty much what I was saying. Maybe that's why Blackbeard wanted that specific devil fruit, because ultimately his goal is to be immortal. And maybe he's aware of Eam's existence, right? Like, maybe if Zebek does indeed live within Blackbeard, you know, that's how Blackbeard knows so much, because he has the soul of somebody like Zebek, who was probably close to actually conquering the world, right? And so he probably knows a lot of secrets. He probably knows about Eam and Eam's immortality and how it works, you know. So maybe Zebek feeds that information to Blackbeard while living in his body, and Blackbeard learns that, look, you know, the goal is for them to become immortal. And so it's like, you know, the only person that's alive that is immortal, possibly, right? That we know that's possibly immortal is Eam. You know, like, he might possibly be the only immortal person alive. So Blackbeard might be able to take that immortality from Eam. You know, but with the Yami Yami no Mi, since it absorbs, right? Like, maybe Eam's immortality isn't a devil fruit ability, you know. Maybe it's a result of the operation. So Angel's Room said he was at Jaya waiting for the other guy who went to the Warlord Summit. One of the crew members mentioned it when they start chasing after Luffy. Lafayette, I think that's the dude's name, Lafayette or something. Let's continue.
He defeated Crocodile and Alabasta. That's when Lafitte is the one, he nominated Blackbeard to become one of the 7 warlords, and they declined as he didn't have any feats. He didn't have a reputation. So what, we're gonna just go to Jaya and give up? Like, what's so important about Jaya that's gonna give you a reputation? Because right now, his next step in becoming, you know, the world conqueror is to become a warlord. So how's Jaya going to immediately serve that purpose of becoming a warlord? Lafitte wasn't actually, so something interesting is Lafitte wasn't on the raft when they were chasing down the Straw Hats. Jaya and Mary Joie are not that close together, I don't think. So which means they must have been in communication. I wonder how he knew Lafitte. Maybe he met Lafitte when he was on the Grand Line. I don't think Lafitte traveled with him at all. I think that he just said on the phone, the Denden Mushi, yo Lafitte, let's get me in, bro. He goes, I'm gonna head back and get the other guys. You focus on getting me a job. I want to know why he was at Jaya.
So he stopped there as a pit stop, and you know, him happening to meet Luffy was fate.
Yeah. Yeah, he could have. When we see Lafitte offer Blackbeard as a replacement, I think that happened after the bar scene. So maybe he just got the call up and he said, hey, Captain, it's no good. And he's like, damn, well, I better get some feats. And then he happened to see Luffy's bounty hanging up.
Yeah.
Because we know that Luffy's bounty was hanging up. They kept mentioning it. Like Bellamy said, oh, they gave a bounty to that scrub kind of deal. So all right, so he made it to Jaya because he wanted to take a break and get recuperated, and then he was having his sneak agent across the world sort of get him that warlord position. Once he found out that he didn't get the warlord position, he was like, well, damn, new plan, we gotta collect some high bounty people, and then he chased down Luffy and Zoro. Okay.
I like that.
So that makes sense. So yeah, I also want to touch upon what happened next. So briefly, yeah, so after he turned an ace.
Q said, not at all. Jaya is mid Grand Line and Marijoa is the end of Grand Line. Yeah. Yeah, I think, they was probably waiting for him, just chilling, just kicking back until, that's probably where they was told to meet, right? Like maybe they kind of split off and was like, we're going to meet at Jaya. Blackbeard's like, I'm going to wait for you. Pretty much what Angel's Room said.
He got to, yay, I'm a warlord, and now I'm going to use this to go into Impel Down. It's strange that he knew that Impel Down had prisoners that were erased from history. There used to be a pirate paradise. Maybe that's why he knew about...
I don't believe it's strange. Well, okay, maybe it is a bit. Or no, I don't believe it's strange because if he has Zebek's soul within him, maybe Zebek knew about level 6, right? He's like, hey, Impel Down probably got some strong pirates. All the way down at level 6. Last time I was there, it was always a place for the powerful. So, I'm pretty sure there's still some there, right?
About the Impel Down erased from history people, because he knew that tales of this beautiful place, instead of the ancient kingdom, he heard about pirate paradise and said, man, that shit sounds awesome. I want to do that. So let's get the boys out of jail and party again.
Hachinosu Island was the home base of the Rogers Pirates. So you figure, like, okay, he knows about Roxy Zebek.
I like how the skull, right? The skull formation they got, it kind of got like the bandana on the head, and then you got like the bandana tie made out of rocks. Like who did that? Like somehow I heard killing it with the sculpture game on the pirate island, right? Q says, I mean, Blackbeard knew Roger Pirates. He must have massive knowledge. You said because he knew Blackbeard knew. I mean, but he only really knew him from like crossing with him with Whitebeard. I don't think they were sitting there telling Blackbeard secrets like, hey, come here, kid. Let me tell you about this island. I don't think it's like, it's not like they were buddy. Come on. Like their captains were buddy. And maybe to a degree, some of the higher officers might have talked, right? But Blackbeard, I don't think Blackbeard learned anything from Roger or the Roger Pirates. He might learn some surface stuff, right? Like maybe where some treasure might be or whatever. But like secrets of the world, I don't think Blackbeard got that much information from them. Angel's Room said the genuine question I honestly don't know the answer to. Where was it stated that Blackbeard base is the same as Rock's base? Did I say that? I don't know. I don't know where that was stated. Q says, I mean, he's been there since the Roger time, so he must have been working on his master plan since that age. I misspoke. And then he says it was said by Sengoku. Nah, I think Blackbeard, I think a lot of stuff that he knows, I don't think it's just like common knowledge, you know what I'm saying? I don't think it's just something you just gain by just existing in that time. I think like maybe he learned some stuff by some type of espionage, like overhearing secret stuff. But I think, somebody might be giving him some information. Somebody we may not be seeing. Let's continue.
In return, he knows about that people get erased from history. That probably will be done through Impel Down, as well as Hachinosu Island. So, yeah.
When people think of Blackbeard, they think of Marineford Arc. He bulled on Whitebeard, got the devil fruits, and he got everything else. They took everything from us. So then after that, we hit the time skip. And there's not a whole lot left, to be honest. During the time skip, like we said, he had the payback war. He beat them, and maybe he took the poneglyph, but at the very least, he took everything from the Whitebeard pirates. And then the next time we even hear about him is Dressrosa. So at Dressrosa, that's where he sends Jesus Burgess to go get Ace's devil fruit, the Maramara no Mi. And at this point, he's just trying to steal devil fruits.
Yeah, he definitely needs power in terms of devil fruits in order to become the Pirate King. As we talked about earlier, collecting devil fruits, that's just gonna make it way easier for him.
A thought that I just had is that Blackbeard's just trying to build his kingdom right now. He's gonna be the king of the New World, not because he's gonna usurp it, but because people are gonna follow him. They're gonna be either his followers or they're gonna be killed by his followers, because he's gathering a following of pirates. And you know what? I think Kaido might be foreshadowing for what he's doing. Kaido has a devil fruit army, except they're all ass because they're fake smile devil fruits. He might have been going after the Maramara no Mi just to give to fodder. Like by the end, this final war or his final encounter with Luffy, he might have an army of 100 devil fruit users, and that is scary. Like that's how you take over the world.
I think it's gonna be Blackbeard's army of possible devil fruit users versus like the Straw Hat Fleet, right? You know what I'm saying? And then you're gonna have all of Blackbeard's commanders pretty much squaring up against all the Straw Hats, right? So that's what we probably getting, guys.
Right there, like that's Attack on Titan level, where boom, I'm going to just create the rumbling. Here is just everybody to come attack. We have so much firepower because we have these devil fruit abilities that can turn you from a zero to a fucking, well, not a hero, to a villain, I guess.
Zero to villain. I do like how you pitched it like that, because with Kaido having all these smile devil fruits and being collecting technically weak people, Blackbeard's going for the legitimate fruits, the strong fruits, because he read the encyclopedia. So
he knows.
As you said, by the time we reach Final War or Battle for Pirate King, he's gonna have a lot of people with legit devil fruits.
And that's how you recruit people too. You're like, come to Pirate Paradise. We have no rules. We'll give a portion of our treasure to you. We split it, and you know what? When we get devil fruits, we'll send them down the line, and you'll get a devil fruit ability. If you want to be if you're an orphan like Blackbeard, and you're like, I want a devil fruit, my best chance to get them is how? By becoming a pirate. He's like, join me, join Pirate Island. I'll promise you'll get a shot at all of the devil fruits. I bet he says, all right, we got the Maramara no Mi. Here's a tournament for it. Whoever wants it, it's either going to be you're going to pay the highest for it, or you're going to fight for it. That's a great way to motivate these pirates, these people that have nothing to do. They're like, I just want to get stronger. I just want a devil fruit, and I just want to be a pirate and fuck around. That might be a great way to recruit some of the most ambitious people in the Grand Line.
Yeah, no, I really like that, because it's even it's a callback to Impel Down, where he makes prisoners fight.
Yeah.
So I like that concept.
So that's what we have for Dressrosa. The only other thing is we're still trying to figure out how he steals powers. There's only one other option. I think you get it from eating somebody's heart, or you could kill somebody and then it'll be transformed into another fruit, and then you can eat that fruit. Either way, Burgess doesn't give us any hints because he has that little backpack on during Dressrosa, which means maybe that's filled with a bunch of fruits and he just wanted to kill Luffy and get the Gomu Gomu no Mi to respawn in his backpack. Or the other thing is he attacked that Luffy with a knife, which is not very luchador of him. It could be either one. It could be kill them and eat the fruit or kill them and cut out their heart.
Through Marine.
Burgess out here is supposed to be a wrestler, and he trying to knife fight, right? Like he's Zoro or something. Yeah, y'all just talking about y'all talking. Q said Blackbeard territory is Hashinasu Island. The pirate paradise. Rock pirates formed at the pirate paradise. Same place as the foundation of the Davy back fights. True. It was during the Yonko bounty episode. And the Angel Room said, so 957, that's tough. Cube, yep, I was probably just... Alright, y'all just talking about that. I'm gonna let y'all rock. But alright, let's continue.
Forward to him putting that black robe over Whitebeard and then him sending Jesus Burgess to get the Mera no Mi or even kill Luffy. This implies that all members of his crew probably know how to collect devil fruits, right?
I think they do. Yeah, I think he told them because they said, is this plan going to work? Let's see.
Yeah, so he probably had, it was probably like, hey guys, I think I know how to do this, so let me try it, and if it works, you guys do it. And then they're like, okay, try it then, I hope this works.
So stealing the fruit can't be something specific to Blackbeard. That's another point, why it can't be the Yami Yami no Mi, because Burgess was going to do it.
That's exactly where I was going with it. So it implies that it can't be something about Blackbeard himself or the Yami Yami no Mi. Now that's in terms of at least collecting a devil fruit, not necessarily having multiple.
So not much left. We have the Zoe arc. This part is always puzzling to me. He attacked Baltigo, the Revolutionary Army's headquarters. Why the fuck did he do that?
My memory is hazy, but Jesus Burgess snuck onto the ship of Sabo, and that's how he got to Baltigo. Now, was that his own, I'm pretty sure that was his own free will to do that, which would kind of imply, like, Blackbeard tells his crew, like, hey, if we have a chance to find the RA, like, go ahead and, like, raid them or do whatever. I feel like there's a deeper reason as to why he got on that ship and sent Blackbeard there. So, one thing that just popped in my mind, Blackbeard's going after devil fruits. So, him going after the RA, like, all the commanders have devil fruits and probably Dragon as well. So, that's a simple answer. Maybe he wants devil fruits out of the RA.
Yeah, maybe he wanted Dragon's devil fruit, right? Maybe Kaido wanted Dragon's devil fruit. Maybe Dragon has a ridiculously OP devil fruit for him to pretty much take, right? Like there's that theory that Dragon can control the weather. What, bro? Like, how OP would you be if you can control the weather? You can create earthquakes. And you got like a darkness Logia devil fruit, bro. That's ridiculous. Angel Room said it's crazy that it's gonna be 2 years since Blackbeard revealed in the anime. Yeah, man. Time be going, man. Time be flying. Time definitely flies.
Maybe he's like, man, I'm strong enough. I could take on Dragon. I could take on Karasu. I need those devil fruits. So where are you, Jesus Burgess? Because I'm about to pull up, and it could be as simple as that. And that's why the R8 ran off, anyways.
Because they were scared.
They were scared of the Blackbeard pirates as well as CP0.
Yeah, so I guess the only thing I could think of there would be he wanted those devil fruits, like you said. Blackbeard might also see the Revolutionary Army as a threat because if they throw over the government, like he wants to be the one to do it. Maybe they're his rivals like that.
I don't think Dragon was scared. You know what I'm saying? I think it's like his base was compromised, right? And it's like, why stay to fight it, right? It's going to be compromised. People going to discover where you're at. They're going to keep attacking you. You got to constantly fight. It's like, hey, it's compromised. Let's just abandon it. Plus they already had different plans. It's like if you have a big plan you find out that people are coming to sabotage it, but you got a plan that you pretty much are about to start enacting. You don't stay and just wait to fight these people, and then that just ruins the whole plan, right? That ruins the whole plan. It'd be stupid. So I think Dragon's kind of like, his priorities is the plan, not to be fighting for like an island. So we're just going to leave. It's compromised. It's no use to us anymore. So let's bounce and let's go to a new spot. Go to a different spot. Angel's Room said, have you heard the theory that Dragon stole the devil fruit Goldie Roger had? I didn't, and again, we don't know if Goldie Roger had a devil fruit. He said, but I personally believe Roger didn't have devil fruit. But man, was it a good theory? Yeah, I don't know for a fact that Roger had a devil fruit to steal. Cube said Dragon is all about the long con. He's focused, exactly, Bluff certified. Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's continue.
Revolutionary Army overthrows the government, that means the Revolutionary Army is a bigger force than the world's government. So by him taking out the Revolutionary Army now would mean that he doesn't have to take out a stronger force later on. Does that make sense?
Yeah, you got to get them while they're weak. What would make more sense, I think, is getting them after, like, during the middle of their battle, during the middle of the war. He should pull up. And maybe that's what he's doing, but maybe he's just not ready yet. So he's like, no, you can't attack yet. I need to get a couple more devil fruits, and then you guys can go to war so I can kill both of you easily. During the Dressrosa little arc, Jesus Burgess kind of got his ass beat in the QTRs. The QRTs. And then he said, you know what? I'm going to sneak onto the revolutionary ship, and I'm going to find their base, because I know that Captain wants to go after the revolutionaries. And maybe a proposed answer here is because he knows that they're trying to overthrow the world government, and he wants to be the one to do it. And he's going to kill two birds with one stone by attacking them during the middle of their coup. However, he's just not ready yet. He still needs some more devil fruits. So he said, hold on, I'm going to just, bomb their little base here, and I'm going to buy myself some more time. And now, Wano. Okay, here's where things are really heating up. Gecko Moria was looking for Absalom. Apparently, at some point, Absalom was taken.
It seems like things fall in place for Blackbeard a lot, especially with his whole crew believing in this.
I think Absalom was actually working for the newspaper. If I'm somebody correct me if I'm wrong. Absalom was working for the newspaper. He was pretty much using his ability to get in places to get pictures for the newspaper. Like, I felt as though that was stated somewhere. Now I could be wrong, but maybe he was pretty much taken during his freelance work. He was pretty much a freelance photographer. Freaking Absalom. But let's continue.
His fate thing.
Yeah.
And as we said time and time again, he's after devil fruits. So I'm inclined to believe his main goal was getting his crew members good devil fruits that are going to fit them. And then, or a byproduct of that is Gecko Moria coming to Blackbeard. Because I feel like if they went to Gecko Moria, no matter where this took place, they would have took Gecko Moria down. So I feel like it would be extra steps to get Absalom's devil fruit and then have Gecko Moria come to Blackbeard.
That's true.
Versus them just go to him.
He was playing 4D chess, and he said, let's get Moria and Absalom. Now, the interesting thing is that he said, Moria joined my crew. And Moria, we don't know if he said yes or no. However, the fact that he wants Moria on the crew is interesting, because I don't think Blackbeard sees him as Nakama. I don't really think he sees anyone as Nakama. I think he sees them as power. I don't think Moria is super powerful, but I think his devil fruit is. Which makes me wonder if Blackbeard's trying to give that devil fruit to somebody else. So what on earth could he be using Moria's devil fruit for? Because I want to say he wants to
I would say okay. He said something about resurrection, so I'm gonna rewind it just a little bit to where that picture pops up. So I think he wants Moria for like manpower, right? Like he wants an army, right? An army of zombies. Just imagine you got an army of devil fruit users, you got an army of zombies. That's more manpower. That's a bigger army, right? And I do kind of like the idea of the resurrection, right? I've already talked about it. We talked about it in, I want to say, Sunday stream, right? Like, what if Blackbeard found Zebek's corpse, right? And Blackbeard had, let's say Blackbeard does have Zebek's soul, or his soul within him. Maybe that give Moria room to pretty much take Zebek's soul, put it into his body, and then we have Zebek, right? We have Zebek back, right? Like, this is part of Zebek's plan. He was like, let's say Zebek was using Blackbeard pretty much to come back alive. Not using them, like helping him, because I could see them being like partners in this whole situation. But, you know, maybe he was using Blackbeard, right? And Gecko Moria was the key in putting and bringing him back, right? You find his body, you already got his soul. You just, you know, I think Big Mom might be better because she can actually take the soul within Blackbeard, the Zebek's soul. But Gecko Moria is probably like the second best option. He's probably the best option simply because he's not going to be as tough to get to do it as Big Mom would be, you know, because Big Mom might not willingly want to do it, right? And, you know, they're not just going to be able to run up on Big Mom and take her devil fruit either, you know. So, but with Gecko Moria, you could achieve probably the same results without, you know, with less effort, you know, with less effort. Angel's Room said, do you think the gum fruit is in the devil fruit book? I don't know. Probably. I would probably say so. I don't see why not. Cube says, I think the Kage and the invisible devil fruit are important for BB. Yeah. Well, the invisible devil fruit, anytime you got something that gives you invisibility is always going to be useful in some aspect.
But I think his devil fruit is, which makes me wonder if Blackbeard's trying to give that devil fruit to somebody else. So what on earth could he be using Moria's devil fruit for? Because I want to say he wants to resurrect Roxy Zebek.
I feel like the world government taking out
Bars. Captain Goldenboy bars. I like that. I'm already with him. You know, come on, bring back. We got Ryuma, right? Zebek, right? Zebek. You know, let's continue, man. I know a lot of people might not like it because it's kind of like what happened in Naruto, but I'm not against it, you know. I think it's, you know, if something makes sense, do it. I like, as long as it makes sense, right? At least as long as it's not something that just seems like a ass pull, right? Like, if you're going to do something, just make it make sense, right? Establish beforehand some of the prerequisites, right? Like, establish we already know that Gecko Moria works with zombies and he pretty much brings them back to life. That's his ability, right? He brings back, he creates zombies with shadows. So if you do that with Zebek, it would make sense. It would make sense. And it wouldn't kill Blackbeard like it would, because Blackbeard probably has multiple other souls to keep him alive. You know, like, remember, if you don't have a shadow and you get caught in the sunlight, you'll die. That wouldn't work with Blackbeard, because if he has multiple souls, each of those souls probably have a shadow, right? So he'll still have two more, I guess, you know. And then, you know, it probably also give him the devil fruit ability too. Cube says, I actually think it's different than Naruto. If it's Zebek, so it brings a new character, and Oda kept having characters saying, I won't die. Andrew said, I mean, Rocks already look like Uchiha, Madara Uchiha with a silhouette. I mean, I get where you could get that because it's hair, but I wouldn't say the face. I wouldn't say the face though. Nothing like Madara. Maybe the hair a little bit, right? So Q says, so I kind of dig it since it makes sense in OP. Yeah, I'm honestly not. I know like a lot of people don't like certain tropes, but I'm not against them. Long as they make sense and you build them up properly, right? You know, if there's some build up, then I'm okay with it. You know, or if it just makes sense within the world that we're in, I'm not. You know, I'm not one to complain. Let's continue.
Back through Garp, I feel like they wouldn't just like abandon his body. I feel like they would know where his body's at, and it would just run too much of a risk to have his body like, you know, sitting somewhere kind of like in the public, and then Blackbeard is the one to go dig it up and use the body for power or whatever. Mm-hmm. But I mean, I wouldn't rule that out either. You know, it's interesting. So
yeah, at the very least, like he wants the shadow power to do something.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll have Nightmare Blackbeard or something, or maybe the shadows can power his darkness through. I don't know, something like that.
Yeah, but that's part, like, that rabbit hole is part of the reason why I feel like he wanted Absalom's fruit, and then, like, Gecko Moria showing up was just kind of like a byproduct of that.
And he definitely knows Gecko Moria. They spent some time together as warlords. So he might have, well, he probably doesn't know him well, but, like, he had dinner with him that one time.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
That was a horrifying dinner. Just every single person at that table, except for Mihawk, was like 10 feet tall, and they're like, "Rah." That gave me chills, bro. It was such a creepy dinner. Kuma just nukes the dinner table.
Bro, I did not realize how tall Doflamingo is compared to Mihawk. You know what I'm saying? Like, I thought Doflamingo was a little more average in his height, right? Like, I knew he was a tall guy, but I always kind of looked at him to be like probably closer to a Mihawk than, like, let's say Blackbeard and Gecko Moria. You know, like, that's how I always say it. But he's pretty. I mean, even though he is sitting in the chair, so that kind of also gave him a little bit more height, right? But even if he sat down on that chair, he'll still definitely be. He'd be taller than Mihawk by a bit, by maybe 2-3 feet possibly. What it looks to be. Y'all talking about so Q says, so I can dig it. It makes sense in OP. Look at Zabek's hair. It's clearly darkened, thicken it. It's red hair, or thinking it's red hair. Maybe it's just me. Yeah, it might be just you. But I think you try and go with that Shinx thing, right? Angel's Room said the smile so sick, man. Yeah, he do got a real menacing smile. Then Cube said Doflamingo is 3 meters tall, so he's about 9 feet tall. That, you know, over here we measure in like inches and feet, so a meter is about 3 feet. So or a yard. So Doflamingo is about 9 feet tall, and Mihawk is about, you said 1 meter 90, so a little less than 2 meters, so about a little shorter than 6 feet, so about my height almost. So Mihawk's about like average, right? Like both, he like a little less than 9 feet, or a little less than 6 feet, so about 3 feet shorter than Doflamingo. Which, again, like I said, Doflamingo's probably like 3 feet taller. I even called that. See, I even called it. Let's continue.
So, you know, if all hell breaks loose, are 3 admirals going to be able to handle that? Which leads me to think, like, okay, Dragon, why the hell would you send Sabo and, like, Karasu and, you know, Morley to Marie Joie, even if they wanted to be like secretive and just like kind of start something and leave, like if they do fail, there's too many people that are going to be attacking Sabo. It's not the environment. I think I went a bit off topic.
Well, that's all right, because we just have one more speaking point, and it's about after the Reverie, the news that the world government was abolishing the warlords spread, and then that's when Blackbeard said, all right, boys, mount up. We are going to go get it before the Marines can take it. I'm very interested to hear your thoughts on this.
I do have a video called What Really Happened at the Reverie. I won't give you the whole 20-minute spiel, but given everything we were shown, I'm inclined to believe that King Cobra of Alabasta was killed and Sabo was being blamed for it. So therefore, I believe that in this context of, oh, let's go get the prize or whatever, Blackbeard's either referring to Alabasta or Marie Joie. Now, I feel like, as I said before, Marie Joie is kind of like a suicide mission. There's too much going on next door to the Navy headquarters. So I feel like he wanted to go to Alabasta to either own that kingdom or get Pluton or something like that. In that context, in the anime and manga, it had nothing really to do with Wano or like, you know, these other islands. That could happen and it would be a curveball, but I feel like I would bet on either Alabasta or Marie Joie being some sort of prize.
Oh, I hope it's Alabasta, because that's a perfect excuse to get Vivi back on the crew. Oh my God.
Ooh, you know who I think it could be? Nico Robin. I don't know, maybe Nico Robin. Let's go get Nico Robin before the world government gets it, right? Nico Robin, the person who knows how to read what? Good job. The poneglyphs. Yeah. Good job, guys. Good job. Now let me stop. But yeah, like Nico Robin knows how to read the poneglyphs. She's very important to the story, right? If you're trying to become the Pirate King, if you're trying, possibly if you're trying to become the king of the world, I think being able to read the poneglyphs might be a little important in the story, right? So I think that could be what they're talking about. So does that leave Blackbeard to Wano? I mean, if that's what they're talking about, Nico Robin, right? Which I don't know if Blackbeard's coming to Wano. I don't know. You know, at this point, I think it's kind of late in the game, and that would just be, bro. Like if Blackbeard showed up, especially after what we got. After we got with Joy Boy and everything, bro, that'd be ridiculous. Cube said if he makes a play for Pluton or Alabasta, makes sense with the current climate. But Bluff, you also have a good point. I mean, but we don't know if Pluton is really in Alabasta. No, they never found it, right? They never found Pluton. So unless Pluton isn't the shit that people believed it to be, if it is Vivi, then I mean, again, maybe Blackbeard knows some stuff, right? Maybe he knows that the whole Pluton being the ship thing is just a red herring, just to throw off the world government. And maybe they know that Pluton is really a person. So, and maybe that is indeed Vivi. And if that is indeed Vivi, or Vivi's Uranus, one or the other, hey, maybe they do make a play on Vivi, right? You gain access to, because again, you know, the Straw Hats don't really have any ancient weapons. Well, they kind of got Poseidon on their side, I guess. So it's like they have, if Vivi is indeed a ancient weapon, they have it on their side, but they don't know it, right? So, you know, maybe Blackbeard's after Shirahoshi, or perhaps Vivi, if we do learn that Vivi is indeed a ancient weapon, you know. Cube said, or Angel's Room said, Pluton is 100% is a boat if the Gorosei or Emu is as old as people think. they would why wouldn't they know that? I mean, maybe again, if the ancient kingdom created the ancient weapons, and the world government and Eem was indeed their enemy, I would think the ancient kingdom would probably not allow all their secrets about the ancient kingdom be leaked to the world government, right? Like, again, them knowing that it's a ship could just be what was leaked. So I 100% disagree with you saying that Pluton is 100% a boat. I will 100% disagree with that. Is it a boat? Possibly. That's what we're led to believe. But I even said that the fact that the world government thinking it's a boat could have been a red herring created by by the ancient kingdom. So no, I don't agree with it being 100% a boat. Most likely, yes, it is a boat. But again, Oda has done red herrings. The thing. When you live in the age where people's fighting with information and stuff, a lot of times it's smart to leak false information just to trick your enemy. So yeah, I definitely disagree with that, man. I'm sorry, but I gotta disagree with that. Not saying it's not a boat. I disagree with you saying it's 100% is a boat. Angel said Pluton had to destroy an island during 800 years ago. Cube says, I like what Best G, Eliz, and you talked the other day. Maybe the idea on only having 3 ancient weapons exists. Could be propaganda. There's maybe people who've voice of all things that can do. Okay. All right. That can do other things. Okay. Angel's Room said all ancient weapons had show how strong they were 800 years ago for them to fear it. Do you know that for certain? Because I'd never heard that in the story that they were shown. Emu literally has a pic of Shirahoshi. She knows what they are. Again, we don't know. We don't know. We don't know what happened. We don't know that it was shown off. We don't know these things. Let's not speak like we're all absolutely knowing of what the world government does and don't know for a fact. I mean, if that's what you believe, fine. But look, I don't do absolute statements. I don't. Because we don't know. If we don't, I don't do absolute statements with partial information. Q said the idea is that there might be propaganda around them. We know how the world government is with the truth. Angel Room said random rumors just don't pop out nowhere, and world government fears it. All right, let's continue.
Blackbeard pulls up with Pluton, and that's Pluton versus the Sunny. All that stuff sounds pretty interesting. Yeah, what do I think he could be going after? Probably, I don't think it'd be a poneglyph. So yeah, I guess it probably would be an ancient weapon. I'm really excited about this. Yeah, age 12 is when he was joining Whitebeard's crew, and that looked like a summery island because there were palm trees. And so he was from Drum Kingdom, and he was just placed somewhere else because he was sold to the world government. And then he went back to the East Blue from the New World to get his sniper. And I guess we're going to shit on Drum Kingdom while we're here because why not? His immediate moves would have been, I need this Yami Yami no Mi because I want to be able to conquer the world's strongest man, and the only way I can do that is if I have the power to nullify his broken devil fruits. So he made it to Jaya because he wanted to take a break and get recuperated, and then he was having his sneak agent across the world sort of get him that warlord position. Once he found out that he didn't get the warlord position, he was like, well, damn, new plan, we gotta collect some high bounty people. And then he chased down Luffy and Zoro. So after he turned an ace, he got to, yay, I'm a warlord, and now I'm going to use this to go into Impel Down. There used to be a pirate paradise. Maybe that's why he knew about the Impel Down erased from history people. Man, that shit sounds awesome. I want to do that. So let's get the boys out of jail and party again. When people think of Blackbeard, they think of Marineford arc. From there, he takes Whitebeard's devil fruit, Whitebeard's territory, Whitebeard's Yonko status, Whitebeard's poneglyph perhaps, but it really sets him up for success because he is now one of the 4 top named pirates in the world, and that's just good status to have. During the Dressrosa arc, Jesus Burgess kind of got his ass beat in the QTRs. Then he said, you know what, I'm gonna sneak onto the revolutionary ship and I'm gonna find their base because I know that Captain wants to go after the revolutionaries. He knows that they're trying to overthrow the world government and he wants to be the one to do it, and he's gonna kill 2 birds with 1 stone by attacking them during the middle of their coup. However, he's just not ready yet. He still needs some more devil fruits, so he said, hold on, I'm gonna just bomb their little base here and I'm gonna buy myself some more time. And he said, let's get Moria and Absalom. Now the interesting thing is that he said, yo, Moria joined my crew. So what on earth could he be using Moria's devil fruit for? He wants to resurrect Rox Diesebek. He might have been going after the Marimara no Mi just to give to fodder. By the end, this final war, he might have an army of 100 devil fruit users. That's how you take over the world right there. Here is just everybody to come attack. We have so much firepower because we have these devil fruit abilities, and that's how you recruit people too. You're like, come to Pirate Paradise, we have no rules. When we get devil fruits, we'll send them down the line. Join me, join Pirate Island. I'll promise you'll get a shot at all of the devil fruit. That might be a great way to recruit some of the most ambitious people in the Grand Line. The news that the world government was abolishing the warlords spread, and then that's when Blackbeard said, all right boys, mount up. We are going to go get it before the Marines can take it. What do I think he could be going after? An ancient weapon. Blackbeard pulls up with Pluton, and that's Pluton versus the Sunny. All that stuff sounds pretty interesting. All right, and with that, I think it's time to wrap. What's that? What? Oh, it's a video about the Nika Nika no Mi.
You better stop what you're doing and watch that right now.
Click it. Click. Click. Click.
All right. Bam. So let me make sure I give your boy a like. Make sure y'all go like the video, man. Go show them some love. They put effort into that. Angel Room still going on about it. He said random rumors don't just pop out nowhere, and world government fears it. World government fought against the ancient weapons before. That's why they fear them. It's what I believe. And if the boat thing is just something to distract the world government, why would they fear it when they have no proof? Look, man, I'm not arguing with you, bro. I told you. The only thing I argued against with you, the only thing I'm arguing against is this idea that it's 100%. That's all. I say it's not 100%. I believe a lot of what you say. I actually kind of believe. I actually agree with you to an extent on. I'm telling you it's not 100% because we don't know the full grasp of what everyone did or didn't know. That's all I'm saying. I'm not going back and forth with you because I'm not arguing the point. I'm just saying I disagree with the 100% aspect because we don't know. To say you 100% know something, that's saying without a shadow of a doubt that you're right of something that we only know a very little about. If that's what you believe, again, I'm not arguing that. I'm not arguing. I'm not debating on that. I'm not debating. I'm telling you that it's not 100% because we don't know. That's all I'm saying. I believe it's a ship as well. I believe to a degree. I don't 100% believe, but I probably more like 70% believe that it's a ship, most likely. But again, Oda's throwing curve balls, and it's And again, we don't know 100% fact of everything that the world government does or doesn't know. You just gonna keep going, man. Cube said Pluton can still be a person who's got a voice of all things that hears the ship. I mean, it could be that as well, right? It could be that as well. Angel Room said hearing ship isn't really the big thing of whatever. All right, cause you gonna keep going about it being the ship. But anyway. Man, Angel's Room, I love you, but you just be sometimes you just don't quit, man. It gotta be like a let's agree to disagree type situation or something, or maybe one day, one of these streams, I'll have you on here, right? You could, you don't have to be visually on here. You don't have to have a camera, as long as you have a microphone or something. Through the Discord, we could talk about some of the stuff, we usually disagree with on each other or something. Maybe someday that we could do something like that. But this. I'm talking about the stream. I'm talking about the topic at hand. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to have to spend most of the stream talking about Pluton, So yeah, okay. So I kind of agree with the Blackbeard hit one of his goals being getting an ancient weapon. I think that's probably most likely what Blackbeard might be getting, because if he has an ancient, because thing with Blackbeard is the man is he's about that power, man. That's why he was trying to get all his crew devil fruits and everything. Andrew said, I get what you're saying, though 100% is an exaggeration. And I get that, but all I was saying was that's the thing I disagreed with you on. Everything else you were saying, that's here nor there. I'm just saying I disagreed with it being 100%. I get it's an exaggeration, but that's all I was saying. I was saying kind of agree with you. I just don't think it's 100% fact. I don't. Me personally, I'm not a fan of absolute statements. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of people exaggerate, but I'm not a fan of absolute statements. I mean, you can use them. Cool. All I was saying was I disagree with that. But yeah, so I think Blackbeard's ultimate goal is probably the ship or Nicole Robin. I think I'm surprised nobody, they didn't bring that up. I think Robin makes sense in the way for his ultimate goal, right? So that's why I think Robin, even though ancient weapon makes sense as well, like that could definitely make sense for ultimate goal as well. But Robin's another one, so I think she's a candidate of the prize that Blackbeard was talking about as well. Q said, I believe too, but I think there's a specific person to use it correctly. One that has the voice to hear the ship and have the Pluton ship. Yeah. And that's kind of what I believe. That's part of why I say I don't believe, or I'm not 100% on it being a ship. Like, the ship could be part of it, right? But the person might be Pluton. The person controlling, the person with the ability to control this ship, right? Like, you could create the ship, but if you don't have the actual person, kind of like Shirahoshi, right? Shirahoshi controls the Sea Kings. The Sea Kings aren't the ancient weapon. It's the person who has the control over the Sea Kings, the ones that are being used as weapons. And maybe when it comes to, it could be a very complex situation. And that's part of why I'm like, we don't want to go 100%, right? But yeah, yeah, so that's all I really have for the video, you guys. Interesting topics. I really enjoyed their discussion. Hey, one thing I'm planning to do, probably even as soon as this week, right? Like this Saturday, I'm looking at starting a new series, right? Like a new something different for a new series of content, right, for you guys. And and I guess the stream I had with Best Generation, it kind of gave me that idea, that kind of that format of where we just discuss different topics, right? And I'm thinking of a series. I'm gonna probably call it On the Bluff or something. On the Bluff with Sean P or something. Maybe kind of like a podcast. I'm thinking of possibly doing it in podcast format too, right? So if y'all missed the stream, maybe I'll have it on like SoundCloud or I don't know, one of these podcast platforms, so you could tune into it, like the audio, right? You could at least listen to it. Yeah, so I'm gonna probably call it like Back on the Bluff with Sean P or something. And yeah, I want to do something where we just talk about topics, right? And I also might have it to where I have like a guest, where like one of you guys could, kind of like on we could do like a video call or whatever. Like you guys wouldn't have to show your faces. Like y'all wouldn't have to show y'all faces unless y'all wanted to. But yeah, so maybe like something where I have you guys on there for the stream and we talk about different topics. It could be not solely exclusive to anime or One Piece. It could be, we could talk about other anime series as well, it's whatever. And I'll also have other guests, kind of like I did with Best Generation, a lot of other YouTube content creators, maybe other people who are involved in the anime industry. Hopefully when I grow, my contacts will grow and I could get in contacts with like maybe editors, right? Where we could have discussions with editors, or hopefully later down the line the podcast grows to that point, But yeah, so something along that line. It'll probably be a podcast. Even though the format on YouTube would be the same. You guys will get this video. Me with a mic talking. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna also probably put it in podcast format as well. So yeah. Let me read these chats. Q said, I believe too, but I think there's a specific person to use it correctly. One that has the voice to hear the ship and have the Pluton ship. And the Angel's Room said, Usopp. Usopp gonna control Pluton. Something that actually wouldn't be a bad idea, for real. Cause when we think about it, right? Like Usopp was the only person that pretty much seen the Clobberton Man, right? Like, which is pretty much was the soul of Mary. So he actually was able to see and somewhat speak to Mary, right? So I mean, Usopp might have, and we know how much he loved Mary because that's with the one girl back in Syrup Village that he kind of had his little crush on. She gave him Mary, so it was kind of like, it was precious to him, right? So he has a connection with ships. So I think Usopp wouldn't be a bad idea, Q says, nah, it needs to be someone of a royal descent. I can see Vivi. She's a bit of Athena type of character. Yeah, I kind of agree with that, though. I think most likely, I'm not against the Usopp idea, but I think realistically, it would probably be Vivi, right? Realistically, it'd be Vivi, yeah, Vivi, because I I think to me, the most likely candidates of to be, if we're going by the theory, if we're going by the idea that these ancient weapons are indeed people, right? If we're going with that logic, you know, and it's scrap, you know, take Pluton being the ship, put that to the side, right? We're going with the idea of ancient weapons being people. I would think the three candidates would be Momonosuke. Well, Shirahoshi, of course. She's the only confirmed one. Shirahoshi, Momonosuke, Vivi. You know, something along that line. Or Luffy. Like, Luffy's also, I believe Usopp or Luffy could be a potential candidate as well. But who's to say, okay? Who's to say that the king of the pirates, or that position, right? Or the Joy Boy position, who's to say Joy Boy isn't an ancient weapon as well, right? Like remember we was talking about multiple ancient weapons? Maybe the ancient weapons, like, people consider ancient weapons everything that's not Joy Boy, right? But Joy Boy indeed acts the same as an ancient weapon as well. But you know, we're let's say Pluton, you'll probably be controlling ships, which again, Zunisha could possibly be the ship to be controlled by Momonosuke, right? Momonosuke being Pluton, perhaps. Just kind of like, what if Zunisha was born on Alabasta, right? Like like Zunisha was born on Alabasta, and then, you know, had a connection with Wano, right? You know, and that's why there's so much presence about, or so much talk about Pluton in Alabasta. You know, maybe Zunisha was born in Alabasta, and Pluton really isn't the ship; it's the driver, the person controlling it. So I think, you know, Joy Boy could have been like the fourth ancient weapon, you know, and his is more like he controls people. You know, he wins people over. He gets people to fight for him. You know, just kind of throwing that out there though. But Angel's Room said, I mean, he has seen the ship's spirit. Yeah, and that's kind of where I thought you was going. That's kind of why I was rocking with the idea of Angel's Room. I'm kind of on board with you on that. I'm not against it, right? Cube said, I dig it. Angel's Room said, yeah, but Vivi is too nice. I don't see her trying to use something that could possibly destroy the world. I mean, Shirahoshi's probably even nicer than Vivi, and she's she can control Sea King. She's an ancient weapon as well. And I mean, and I'm not saying she's going to use it as to destroy the world. And again, I don't think in Vivi's hands it wouldn't be used to destroy the world, because I don't think that's the purpose of Pluton. It wasn't built to destroy the world. You know, it was built to pretty much, what I believe, to unify the world, to destroy the red line and all that, and connect all the seas and create the all blue. I think that's the purpose of the ship, not to destroy islands, even though it might be capable of doing that. I don't think that's the purpose. Cube said, love the concept. If you need volunteers at first, count me in. Yeah, Cube, I know you about it. You like Master P, you about it. I don't know if you're aware of who Master P is, but, you know, a rapper from like the 90s, right? I mean, you might know who Master P is. I know you know, you're not that much younger than me. Angel's Room said, I like the idea, LOL. There's a Naruto and Bleach question I would like to ask you. Cool. Q said, it's OP. Oda will make sense how the story progresses. I like Usopp though. Then we got Shark Key in the building. Shout out to Shark Key. Welcome to the stream. He got like the hands up emoji. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Shark Key. Angel's Room said Vivi is like Naruto. She would try to find a way to make so nothing has to get destroyed. She would make it so Pluton isn't needed, but enough of the Pluton talk. I mean, look, let me talk. Let me say that. Destroying the red line isn't like murdering people. Like, it's something that's going to happen. It's something it has to happen, right? And why do I say it's going to happen? I know I don't like absolute stuff, but the reason why I think it's going to happen is because we know Madam Shirley predicted that Luffy, of all people, will destroy Fishman Island. That's her prediction. And as far as we know, her predictions don't go. They always come true, right? They always come true. Now, I don't think Luffy is going to like actively try to destroy Fishman Island, but he will destroy Fishman Island as a byproduct, right? At what's above Fishman Island, right? The red line, right? So Luffy destroys the red line, that ultimately destroys Fishman Island. So again, like, her destroying, like, I don't see why she would have a problem destroying land, right? Land that needs to be destroyed in order to make the world a better place. So I don't think it's like, not needing to do it. Like, it's something that needs to be done. It kind of needs to be done. So yeah, Q said, I grew up in the States during end of the 90s and early 2000s, so I know who Master P is. So I mean when I say Q bout it. Angel's Room said destroying the red line would cause a giant flood. I don't know if it caused a giant flood, but it will have some weather effects to it, which I do agree with. Which is part of why I believe that Uranus, the ancient weapon Uranus, has something to do with controlling weather, right? It has something to do with weather control. Maybe it's like some big old machine, maybe it's a big weather controlling machine, and you need something to destroy the red line. So Pluton, like, here's my outlook on what the process of unifying the world is, and what the One Piece is. Okay. Because when we look at One Piece, it's One Piece. It could mean many things. It could also mean we bring the world into one piece, because the world is currently divided as we watch the series. We got the red line split in the seas. We got the Grand Line, and then we got the Calm Belts and Reverse Mountain. All these separate all these different seas, or the East Blue, the West Blue, the South Blue, North Blue, all that, right? Now, the ultimate goal is to unify the world, right? Which also brings all the seas together and creates what else? The All Blue, that's how Sanji achieves his goal, right? So okay. You use Pluton to destroy the red line, right? You use Poseidon to pretty much move all the fishermen residents out of Fishman Island, which I kind of seem is stupid, because I'm like, they're fishermen, shouldn't they be able to swim through the ocean? And unless they can't be under deep pressures of water. But I feel like we've seen them at the bottom of the ocean and just fine. If that's possible, what's wrong with them just leaving Fishman Island by swimming, right? Why do they need the Ark, right? Why do they need the Noah's Ark, But, kind of going off of whatever, it's like the Sea Kings were to help migrate people, and then Uranus would be pretty much there to call, like, all the weather phenomenons that are going to cause a lot of uneasiness on the ocean. I think that's what Uranus is going to be for. So they're all working in conjunction with each other for like to pretty much to unify the world and make it as peacefully as possible, with as little casualties as possible. And that's going to be the purpose of the three weapons working together. At least that's my take on it, right? That's my take. Angel's Room said the pieces of the red line falling down would cause the water to rise. We got One Life Man in. Sorry, y'all, my nose a little stuffy. My bad. We got One Life Man in the building. He says, "Sup, guys? Shout out to One Life Man and welcome to the stream." We're kind of starting to wrap up, so I'm sorry y'all kind of came a little, y'all kind of came a little late. We about to wrap up in a little bit. Q said, "I see it as each ancient weapon need a conduit, a person who possesses a certain voice of all things." Sharky says, "I would love one blue to happen, for all blue to happen." Yeah. And I think, like, that is the only sensible way of bringing the all blue is to destroy the red line. And, cause that's really the main thing separating all the seas. And what is the all blue, right? Where a place where all the seas meet, and that's where you get like the best fish. You get fish from all the seas. Angel's Room said Noah is for the people and animals. When the flood happens, the fishermen were just protecting it. Okay. I mean, what people though? It's not like a lot of people at Fishman Island, right? There's not a lot of people in Fishman Island, so I don't. But okay, if that's what they said, then that's what they said. I'm not, One Life Man says, "Seems like they trying to connect it in biblical era." What's funny? Somebody, who was it? They made a theory video about the great cleansing. Well, I think it might have been Desness. And he was talking about a flood or whatever. And now we talking about floods. So, Sharky says, "I'm gonna make sure my notifications are on." Yeah, definitely check it out. And Sharky, also follow me on like my social media, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Like especially Facebook and Twitter, I'm usually more active on. I won't lie, I'm not insanely active on Instagram. If you follow me on there, every time I'm about to go live, I usually post and share it. Right, usually within the same day, I notify people that I'm going live, so you can follow me on there too, just for extra notification. And that's in the description box, all my social media. Or you could just search Blumph God, one or the other. Q says, "I mean, I don't see them carrying all their stuff as they leave." All the fishermen like, "Oh, I gotta get." I mean, I think they want to take something though. Angel Room said the people who would be drowning during the flood, but I'm saying, but it won't be a lot of people. Like, it's not like it's usually it's not like people go on to Fishman Island often, right? Like usually they come through Fishman Island and everything. And I think if there's like a war going on or something, or like, they get notified that people are coming to destroy the red line, they probably might leave. They probably might have time to leave, And also, like, usually the people who go to Fishman Island usually have they usually coat their, they usually have an escape plan, like, I just don't think there's people that needs to be that are in Fishman Island with no other means of leaving Fishman Island other than having to take the Noah. But sure. Cube said makes sense to have go on a boat. Angel Room said move Desness. Cube said Desness. Yeah. He came up with that there. Yeah, Desness ain't even here no more. Angel Room said all blue, everything is going to be blue. C. And then he said it's going to be a while before another island or continent pop up. Cube said people might go to Sky Islands. Maybe. But again, like if there's somebody to control the weather, they could probably prevent a flood. If that's what y'all mean. Y'all talking about the flood. Angel Room said the boat is for everybody, not just the people in Fishman Island. Are you talking about for a flood? Like if the world is flooded? Like just people on land? Is that what you're talking about? Hey, show me where. Like, send me on the Discord where they say that's what the no is for humans. Because I'm pretty sure they say that's for the fishermen to leave to get out of Fishman Island. The boat is for everybody. Cube said, I feel the story will progress in a way that will be realistic for us. He said, Angel Room said, yes, destroying the red line will cause a flood. And I get that I know you said that it causes a flood. That's not what I asked. I asked, are you talking about the Noah is for after the flood for the people on the surface? That's what I'm asking. Because you talked about the flood. I acknowledged about the flood. I acknowledge the flood part. And people will need a boat. I'm pretty sure that Noah is. Show me where they say what the purpose for the Noah is for. How about that? Like show me the panel where they say the purpose of the Noah is for blank. Like show me that panel. And then you said, and people will need a boat. They never said that. It's just speculation. Yeah, and that's why I'm saying I don't think it's. I think it was there. The reason why it's in the water is because it's for the fishermen. That's why it's at the bottom of the ocean. If it was for humans after the big flood, it'd probably be somewhere where people can access it. You know, because it's like. I mean, I guess it could be. I guess it could be. I'm not, I guess the Sea Kings could bring it to the ocean to save people, but I don't think. I think they specifically said the no is for the fishermen. I think they specifically said that. Q said, "What about Devil Fruit Awakening? Maybe certain." Devil Fruit could control, and Angel Room. They never said it was for the fishermen. They just have to protect. I'm asking you, send me just send me the scans. One Man Life. I want to know everything about Poneglyph, but have to wait for Robin to decode. Yeah, man, we all kind of want to know something about the Poneglyph, man. I'm with you, bro. I'm with you. Angel Room said they only said the fishermen are supposed to protect it. King Neptune said his dad just told him to protect it. One Life Man says Gold D. Rogers say he will protect Poneglyph with his life. Damn. I don't think Gold D. Rogers said that. And I don't think he needs to because the Poneglyphs are pretty indestructible. I don't think the Poneglyphs need Gold D. Roger to protect them. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, all right, y'all. Like I said, I'm planning on doing a new series, right? I'm doing a new series for the channel. More a podcast possibly where, where we just talk, right? Just something where we pretty much talk. You know, something outside of the reactions. You know, might be closer to how we do the chapter discussions. Except we just talk. You know what I'm saying? We talk about different types of stuff. Whatever I want to talk about, that's what we're gonna talk about. You know, it's not. We'll probably talk about One Piece most of the time, but we'll probably talk about other stuff, Naruto, all these things. Matter of fact, I'll say this. How about this? How about this, guys? How about this? For this this new series that I'm planning on doing. How about this? You guys can submit topics, right? Submit topics, right? To me on Twitter. Do something like we're gonna start a hashtag. It's gonna be on the bluff with DA. On the bluff. ONDABLUMPH. Hashtag that, right? So anytime, you know, you guys want to send me little topics, you know, suggest topic conversations, you know, just at me, of course, at me, and then hashtag on the bluff, right? And then, you know, I will know what topics y'all want to do. You know, it don't have to be specific to One Piece. If y'all want to talk about Naruto, Bleach, whatever. Now, I probably won't do every single topic, y'all. It depends. You know, if y'all ask me for a topic of something I have no knowledge about, right? Like some anime that I don't even know its existence, I probably won't do it. I'm sorry, but I can't talk about something I don't know. I'm not familiar with. You know what I'm saying? I can't do that. So, but y'all can still suggest it. And if it's something I believe I can actually make a discussion about, you know, maybe I'll use it as a topic. You know, I'll use it as a topic, right? And we'll be doing episode 1 probably this Saturday. I'm probably do it a little earlier, you know, since it's Saturday. I'll probably do it like maybe around like 2 p.m. my time. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like the last stream I did with Best Gen, the one I did on Saturday. That Saturday stream me and Best Gen did, like around that time we did that, because I kind of like that. I like that time. It's early, you know. There was a good amount of people in that stream Saturday, so yeah, definitely check that soon. We'll probably start that this Saturday, most likely. Long as nothing comes up or whatever, we'll probably start it this Saturday. So that means I might not make anything on Friday, right? I might not have a stream on Friday. Tomorrow I will be taking a break. Yeah, tomorrow I'll be taking a break because I've been going hard at streaming since Friday or Saturday, I think. So Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So I'm gonna take a break tomorrow. Then we do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So Wednesday, Thursday, we do, and then Saturday. Yeah, that's what it's gonna look like. All right. So the On the Bluff series that I'm gonna be doing are gonna be Saturdays and sometimes Fridays. In the case of Saturdays, something pops up. So yeah, So let me finish these chats from you guys, and we gonna wrap this thing up. One Life Man said he did, but he put it in the Golden Stone. When Luffy and his crew went to Sky Island. Cube said One Life Man is actually Gold D. Roger because he had one life and he was a man. Don't every man have one life? What are you talking about, Cube? What is you talking about? What is you talking about, man? You just be coming up with some oh man, Cube, man, you. Oh boy, you wild for that. You were wild for that. Anyway, y'all, good stream today. Shout out to Angel's Room, you know, for hopping on the stream. Definitely appreciate that. Shout out to Battlefield Army FTW. I'm assuming for the win. Shout out to him. Shout out to Desness. Desness done disappeared on us, man. Y'all better go check on Desness. Make sure he all right. Shout out to Cube. Shout out to Cube. Make sure I'm not skipping anybody. I know there's a few people I haven't said yet. You know, I'm just making sure I'm kind of looking in order, right? I'm shouting you guys out in order that I see you appear. Shout out to One Life Man. Of course, you know, I knew you was. I didn't forget about you. I was just, you know, trying to make sure there was some people up higher that I didn't that I forget as I kind of scroll down. Shout out to Shark Key. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Shark Key for sliding through. Yeah, I think that's pretty much everybody. If I did forget you, I'm sorry. You know, there's a lot of chats I kind of had to go through. My bad. Yeah, let me see these last ones. Q said it was a Brooke joke since he had one life, had two lives. Angel Room said Vietnam. I'm not sure what that said. He just says in not supposed to move until a certain day, but he doesn't say it for the fisherman. Great stream. Appreciate that, Angel Room. Yeah, but I guess, you know, it makes sense that the ship is there, but, you know, yeah, maybe it could be for something else. You know, I don't know. But it would be stupid to be for the fisherman. You know, I hope it's not for the fisherman. Cube says send it to him by Discord. It's all right. Yeah, it's whatever. I'm not that pressed on this argument. Sometimes I'll be trying to move on, but y'all be like, hey, y'all be stern with y'all side. I'm like, man, I'm just trying to move on so we can talk about what's at hand, man. But y'all be like, nah, we gonna come to a conclusion. We gonna come to a conclusion about this argument right now. Oh man. I ain't mad at it though. Angel Room said, but everything about Noah is just speculation. One Life Man said, can you laugh like Blackbeard? Probably not today. I don't got that energy right now. If you would have caught me early in the stream, maybe, but I've been streaming for almost 3 hours now, so I'm a little tired right now, you know. I'm a little tired. I don't got the energy. You gotta ask me that like early in the stream. You gotta ask me that when I'm like fresh and bubbly and ready to get down to the business. Well, when I've been talking for like 3 hours straight, my voice box is a little worn out right now. You know what I mean? But yeah, so y'all make sure y'all show some love. Hit that like button if you haven't already. Also, subscribe if you're not subscribed. What are you waiting for? Subscribe right now. Subscribe right now, or I'm sending Cube to your house to come eat all your food, eat all your babies, all your kids' snacks and stuff. I got Cube on standby right now, and if you ain't subscribed, just saying. But also, follow me on Instagram, on Twitter, and on my Facebook, so y'all can stay updated when I go live, right? You know, that's one way. You know, also hit that notification bell as well. If you're looking for a community to be a part of, we got the Discord and the Facebook group, which are other places where I usually keep you guys notified when I'm going live. Not so much the Discord, but I think I might have to start doing notifications in the Discord as well. One life man said, next time I guess I will ask you again next time. All right, look, tomorrow I got a stream. I'm gonna be streaming. I don't know where you're at in the world, but 5 p.m. Central Time. That's U.S. time, which is what, like, it's about to be 8 o'clock here now, so that's like 3 hours ago. I'm gonna be streaming tomorrow, same time. So catch me early in the stream. So when I got that energy, and I got you. All right, it might not be perfect because I ain't the best of the Z ha-has. Angel's Room says, sent y'all the proof. Okay, I'll check it out. Q said, I've got Cuban's devil fruit. Y'all better watch out. Yo ho ho ho. Man, you can't be doing Brooks laugh if you got Kuma's devil fruit. Come on, man. But yeah. See, Q got y'all. He put y'all on notice. So make sure y'all subscribe. If you're subscribed, you're safe though. You're cool. Cube's not going to get you, because you're Nakama, right? You're Nakama. One life man said, you need a loyal mod. I can't. There all the time here. I mean, yeah, man, I do kind of need some mods, y'all, and that'll be something I'm gonna talk about soon. Because I think as this channel grows, we might need a little more policing, right? The chat might need police, but yeah, One Life, man, I'll definitely keep you in mind. All right, if, we can have different, because I know all y'all ain't always on in the stream at the same time because y'all got your own personal lives. I get it, right? I get it. But as long as maybe one of y'all are here at a time, then it usually helps, right? So yeah. Anyway, guys, I'm about to get on out of here. It was a good stream. Y'all make sure y'all hit that description box. That's where all my social medias and all the Discord and Facebook group is. Also, the video we reacted to is in the description box. So y'all go to Captain Goldenboy's channel. Show him some love. Cube said, no need to ask. I'll be your king, Kaido. I mean, I think I'm Kaido here, but that's neither here nor there. All right, y'all. It's your boy Sean P, and I'm out of here. Y'all have a good night. Peace.